Hello, Maverick Hunters. We are live.
Hello, hello.
I almost didn't hear that our warm-up music had stopped because I was too busy chewing on a cookie. Hello, Sandata. Thank you for joining. And hello, Myth. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
What are you up to?
It's my 18th month sub anniversary. That's what I'm up to.
Damn, you should talk about that so I can finish this cookie without dead silence.
That's like almost 2 years. Maybe. I can math.
Uh-huh.
I've sent it in the chat.
I see that.
This concludes my conversation.
No, it definitely does not.
Hello, Zeus. God, I cannot read your name on this monitor. Hold on. Wow. Something about red text on one monitor is just completely incomprehensible, but it's perfectly clear on the other one.
Yeah, it's like color, temperature settings and stuff like that. Good vamping, Myth.
You're welcome.
You said a thing that showed up on screen that you sent in text, and then mispronounced a name because of color setting issues.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad I can count on you.
Affiliates now have access to sponsorships on Twitch. I'm sure that'll be great.
That's been a thing for a while. I mean, unless something changed, but yeah, I've had sponsor settings. It's just always dog shit. Like, I'll be honest, I wouldn't even be opposed to that. The way that it works, I think, if I'm remembering, what was written in properly, is basically that's like, okay, you just toggle stream contains branded content, and then at some point talk about the thing. So it's like, okay, if it was like a restaurant I liked or like a service that I liked, I'd be like, hey, by the way, I like these sandwiches. Whatever. But like all of the options are dog shits. It's like, well, then I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm not just gonna toggle these on and like bullshit. I mean, I'm sure many streamers do that, but no, absolutely not. Yeah. But hello, Yami, Mags, and Theo. Thank you all for joining. Yes, we're dunking on bad ads. Badads. I think I'm stealing that from a YouTuber. But all these options are bullshit. Hello, August. Thank you for joining. You might hear an ominous rumble in the background.
3-stream streak.
Thank you much for the Theo stream streak announcement, and thank you, Theo, for the 3-stream streak. Let's go to the stage, because I really want to play Control. Like, real bad. It was already launched. Look at that. I never do that. It's just ready to go. Ignoring the fact that will not show you the full version of this theme. I don't care. I want to play Control. Let's fucking do some side quests. Let me just find... that file transfer finish. I gotta start freeing up. Oh, no. Oh, my, no. Still about 16 minutes, so I will let that run in the background. I'm moving more VOD files over to my external hard drive because it's starting to creep into the red again. It's not going to cut off tonight like it did that one time. But anytime we play Control, I'm, like, extra self-conscious about it. So I have to make sure that nothing goes horrendously wrong. I will also set this over on Blue Sky, so if anybody happens to be scrolling past and be like, oh, that guy says he's alive, I'm going to look on it. They can do that. let's play Control.
Yeah.
So you will remember that last week we took care of Fridge Duty, a couple other odds and ends, and most importantly, Mold 1. We finished Old Growth and the side paths out of that. So we have basically everywhere in this particular state of the game open and available to us now, which means we're going to go back somewhere that we've already been. We're going to go
And
check
we're also
in. Yeah-huh.
going to give Myth game audio.
Yeah-huh. Always with the audio. You want
Always
I should only
with
send
the
you audio? And not the video? Is this what you want?
I mean, I'll take both, I guess.
You guess?
I guess.
Theo, as it states in our announcement and on the screen beneath, we are playing Control Ultimate Edition technically, but that's I don't think you can even get Control without it being Ultimate Edition anymore. It's just like it's been out for long enough. Remedy is a great studio. They're one of my absolute favorite studios. I love their games to death. I started with Control and kind of worked my way backwards and am now catching up. I still need to finish Alan Wake 2. Other things have really been blocking me from doing that, and I'm going to take paid time off for the sequel when this comes out so I can play it a whole bunch so that I can stream it eventually. But yeah, this is like one of my favorite games of all time. Like this is... as far as like non-Mega Man content, like one of my favorite IPs just in general. I don't necessarily know if it's my second favorite behind X1, but it's way up there. I adore this game. It's very cool. You will really like it.
So when you say favorite IPs, is that including the extended like Alan Wake universe, or is it specifically?
Yeah, I mean, so Control is the crown jewel for me. But yes, like as far as I'm concerned, because all of it is interconnected, I would like put it all under the one umbrella. But like if we're talking individual games, it would be Control as the rep. Like X1 would be the rep for Mega Man for me. I try not to like double up on stuff when I'm doing lists like that. I feel like somehow that like makes it cheating, where it's like, what is your top 5 favorite games? It's X1, X2, Legends 1. It's like that. I don't know. I feel like when you have one of those games, especially when it's like a series that's a really long-running one, like, Mega Man or Zelda or Metroid, I guess not to the same degree, but you know what I mean, like something that's been around since like the 80s. It's usually a safe bet that if you like one of them,
still gone.
You like a lot of them.
I get the feeling he had more of an agenda than he let on.
So I know
Did he already get what he was here for?
that we just started, but let's take a break.
This is what being a janitor is all about.
We're just gonna chill for a little bit, chat. How's it going?
Jesse, you're the director.
Yeah, that means she's authorized to do this. Do you know how much work we've done without just taking a sitting break? If anybody in this building has earned it, it's her. And
that's fair. She's putting in the hours of like an hourly employee rather than salary, so I'm going to need her to take way more breaks.
She also deserves
I suppose
costume
the
unlocks.
janitor's assistant does need proper janitor attire.
So we just got, a fresh weapon mod and costume, as well as some more ability points. So that finishes that subquest. Let's check and see what else we've got here. We've got those. Oh, yeah, this'll work. Yes. All right, yeah, we can do that right now. Honestly, I thought, I didn't realize how ruthlessly efficient I was being about that. I genuinely thought we had one more janitorial subquest, one of the What a Messes, still available. But I was mistaken. We already finished all of them. We just had to go collect the costume. All right, so
Too efficient.
yeah, well, that just means that we get to the new meaty stuff even faster. So I pointed out earlier that we finished off Mold 1 because you might remember this is actually one of the first side areas that we can see while we're running around the oldest house. That we weren't able to go into those rooms before. I mentioned this last week, but in case people left earlier because it happened later in the evening, we can go into all those rooms now, which means there's a bunch of goodies. I do believe, for the most part, we're already set on the ones that are secrets. I think there's really only the one, but I will be popping into them when I see them just in case. We are also going to go back down to the quarry while we're in this sub-area. Toilets and boilers. Boilers and toilets. Put that one in the boiling toilet. Fire me if you dare. Also, hello, Seuss. If I didn't say hello, Seuss, thank you for joining. If I didn't, thank you for joining. So this room is terrible and bad, but we are just going to pop down over here. I had a feeling that was going to go off. That was calculated.
Yeah, just a pop down.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that I was far enough away where the splash damage wouldn't hit me, but we're good. So I did mention, like literally just a moment ago, that most of these secrets are handled. This one is one that I had you take a note for, which put it in my brain to keep remembered. This is one of the larger molded secret areas. One of the larger secrets in general, for the most part. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that we're not getting hit by these guys. I hear that lurk. Hello, Weasel. It's usually you. Thank you for the lurk, as always. Escape the anger spheres. See, I love... I know that they are as orb-shaped as they can get. I love pointing this out, though, production design-wise. I know I mentioned it one of the first times. Thank you so much for the resub, Weasel. Deeply appreciated. Lurking tonight, good on you for continuing this trippy game. Oh, I mean, like I keep saying, it's one of my all-time favorites. I will do another playthrough of this probably not long after we finish doing everything on stream, if I'm honest. I miss playing it full screen. What was I just in the middle of saying? But they're not, or the whole point of the way that they look, the way that they are, the way that they behave, is that you're not supposed to understand what you're looking at. So they're just like constantly shifting and changing, and angry is not necessarily the right word, but they sure are seeking sentient thought like a relentless predator.
Over a long enough period of time, they occupy a spirited shape. Just gotta average it out.
It's like a best guess. Trying to remember, I think that's all the secrets in here. I will have to do like an audit at some point. I'll probably have to do that off stream so that it's not anything super boring. But, since we have multi-launch, just the satisfaction of the symmetry here. They also are reactive when you hit them a little bit, sometimes, depending on what you hit them with, which I think is interesting. I guess I don't have charge equipped. That's not important. All that being said... Let me think. I know... Yes. Yeah, we can go there next. Containment Center. Or, sector, rather. We are going to go to Transit Corridor South. Which was basically what Andros could have achieved if he wasn't so hell-bent on conquering Lylat. Anything, he could have speed-ran the whole war. Interesting. Expand on that, Yami. I'm very curious. They look like a living vertex explosion. Legitimately, yeah. It's one of the things that they had to kind of like develop special tech for. Northlight Engine is really cool. It specializes in stuff like ray shading. That's why this game came out. And like this game didn't get a visual update at any point. This is just how it always looked. And it came out in 2019, if I'm remembering right, which like wasn't the Dark Ages or anything like that, but that's like a good-looking game for that long ago now. I really respect it. Yeah, exactly. Like, especially considering the fact that usually photorealism adjacent stuff ages very poorly. And I will say, like, it's like known that some of the facial animations are kind of wooden. It's also, you know, we all kind of are aware that, you know, Jesse's eyes in in third person look a little bit maybe I wouldn't say dead, but they do look a little off. Like they're lit very not organically, stuff like that. But by and large, for my money, the game still looks absolutely fantastic. And I also wouldn't even call it like full realism because of the surrealist stuff that occurs in it. So, you know, there's quite a lot. Actually, okay, we're going to do one thing before we do what we're going to do. We are going to go back south. Just avoid that jump. We are going to do a little bit of ability changing because we are about to do arguably one of the harder fights in the game. And we're still running Deathless, which is kind of miraculous. So I am going to beef up my energy, I think, to max, right? Oh, yeah, absolutely we are. So that's, I think, overall energy bar, not recovery speed. I will also... Yeah, I'm going to fast track myself down to this. You a 3? You are a 3. Cool. So that means the next upgrade we just need 2 points for, which I think we're going to get out of this. And then last time I also noticed that our weapon forms are all looking a little bit hungy. So we are going to do a little bit of modification here. Pierce is going to be first because it is our boss buster. And I want that extra slot in there. Charge might be next. Okay, we can't do grip. That needs remote thought. That's fine. Spin, unfortunately, just isn't that great. Shatter is not my priority right now, so I am going to focus on charge. And if we can do shatter, why not? That sounds great. What do you need? Undefined reading, entropic echo. Entropic, probably. Remote thought, astral blip, untapped potential, corrupted sample. Oh, okay, cool. So this doesn't overlap right now. This one I think will, though. We need 1 untapped, 3 astral blip. It's remote thought that's bad there. We need remote thoughts here, but only 5, then 2, then 1. You know what? We're going to need to farm remote thoughts at some point anyway. We might as well just go for that completion because it is something we are going to be inevitably doing anyway. Okay, so now it's extra important that we don't die because we just spent a bunch of source. That is the name of the currency. We haven't really gone over that too much. It just kind of occurs pretty regularly throughout gameplay, so we won't be in a shortage of it. However, when we die, we lose a percentage of it, and it's always a percentage of it, which means if you start to get into a death loop over like harder boss fights and stuff like that, you start to lose money real quick. So we are going to continue our deathless streak as best as we possibly can because not only these, but also our skill tree related stuff do all require a certain amount of source, I believe. Maybe I'm actually wrong about this. We might only need skill points for these. It's not enough ability points. We'll see the next time we spend on one. It shouldn't be an issue one way or another. But that means we got to do a little bit of inventory work because we just boosted our weapons. Pierce is first. We are going to slap another one of these modifiers on, but I'm OCD, so we're going to do it in this order instead. We're going to give this our good chunky damage modifier because, again, it is our boss workhorse, which means now we're getting a 37% and a 35% when aimed. So, you know, like 70-something. And then a flat 50% on top of that. I don't know when that stacking occurs, but it will be helpful no matter what. And then for this, let me think. Blast radius, I'm not really in the mood for on that, to be perfectly honest. Accuracy doesn't really matter for it, so I think the next best option is going to be reload efficiency, which we will do this one. And then just to get some shit out of our inventory while we're doing this, level 2s need not apply. We're not going to use them. Doesn't matter. This also gives us source, and to be perfectly honest, I think we're also going to get rid of these 3s as well. I will sit on damage just in case we don't find another one. What do we got in here? Because these are also kind of... Ooh, we got
a lot.
Ooh, that's real nice. Okay, so that one is a 50. That's awesome. And you... Or, no, I'm sorry. Wait. Yes? No. What? Really? Wow, that means the absolute that we're already rocking, that 50%, is a wild outlier. Like, rarity tiers shouldn't have percentage differences that sharp. Do you see what I mean? Like, both of these are level 5s,
Yeah.
they're both absolutes. So I don't know what luck we got there, but that's awesome that we have this one. Like, until we unlock other stuff, we're not going to top that. Why do I still see that I have... Oh, because I did those upgrades as well. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, that's great. We're going to get rid of you and you, because I never use them. Honestly, I never use the shield percentage ones either, even though I probably should at some point. Level 3s need not apply, especially now that we're rocking that set that we just put on. Seize Accelerator. I've got a better one, better one, better one, and you. Cool, we're good. Now it is all just a matter of making sure that we maintain our Deathless. It's not really super important outside of the source loss thing that I just mentioned. We're sort of at the point where we don't need source quite as much, but I don't want to lose it anyway. And also, it just feels pretty cool that we've gone Deathless. So I'm going to be tense about this fight. I'm also going to hit snooze just once. I hate that that automatically pauses the game when I Windows out of it. Okay. Hi, Tomasi.
There you are.
So anybody who's been watching this the entire time might remember that Tomasi was our communications department boss fight. We have fought him before.
Yeah.
He's the only one that got away. And for whatever reason, he also hits like a fucking dump truck this late in the game, and I truly don't know why. But it doesn't help that he also has a lot of elevated that come in to support him. For all the screamers that just popped in. Ow! So there's a lot of potential. Oh, cool! Also him. Also the Distorted. That's... I forgot about the Distorted that spawns here. We need to get rid of him right away. It's not a KO. Stick around for a second. Stick around for a second. Not going to use that yet. Oh, damn it. Yep. I get it. Oh, shit. Come on. Just gotta grab that. Okay, that's a little better than it was. God, this is such a scary fight.
Thomas department is no joke.
It's really not. It doesn't help that Tomasi is also a dick. Like, in lore. No. Please! God damn it. Well, there goes our Deathless. I just barely whiffed my dodge there. That's fine. That's on me. It's keeping up with the mobs on top of avoiding him. Elevated, for my money, are the most dangerous enemy type in the game outside of, like, specific, unique boss fights. And one of the scarier things that they'll do besides just the telekinetic projectiles is they're, like, they basically, like, form a sword out of just material, and then do, like, a down smash with it. And that hit me a good couple times. They are far and away from the most dangerous, in my opinion.
There you are.
I do like fighting them overall because I think it's nice that they have a solid challenge to them. Tomasi can suck it, though. Probably getting pretty close to that first damage threshold. Yeah, there it is. Approach this a little differently. What I should have done last time. Panicked and didn't for some reason. Let's take higher ground. This Tomasi. That's the Sorted on the field. Yep. Pop all that. If you see me cancel out of that, it's because you can't hold charge Pierce's charge indefinitely, and I'd rather not waste the shot and have the recharge time. That was solid. It was less solid. It's okay. I'm doing so much better this time. I had a feeling that it might be Tomasi that broke the streak. Yeah, there's the fight. God damn it, I should have just come up here in the first place. I knew that was my strategy, and I was just, like, weirdly stingy about it. Like I said, it's not like we're out of the woods. Technically, these guys can still kill us too, but I'm a little bit less worried about just the chaff. There we go. Ah, that's so disappointing! It was so much easier the second time! God! Ah, well. I'll live with it. Okay, so that's that quest line done. It's the Hiss. No, there's a lot of strategizing you could do against the Hiss. The Hiss are not mindless. Like, the Hiss have, like, a pretty standard combat AI, if I'm being honest. Just a regular radio. Oops. For anybody who doesn't know, we have copyrighted music turned off in the in-game settings.
Which is a shame, but it's necessary.
Yeah. The good stuff, like the important stuff still plays, though. Like, we did not miss out on the music for everybody's favorite section, because Remedy is baller. I think I explained this when we did it this time, or this run-through, rather. But I will explain it again, because I think it's very, very cool of them, and it's one of the reasons why they're one of my favorite studios. If you're unfamiliar with the Ashtray Maze, it plays a game by Old Gods of Asgard, who are Poets of the Fall, they're like recurring musical backup, basically. Like, they collaborate all the time. And in Remedy's own direct words for streaming specifically, obviously paraphrased because I don't have the exact quote in front of me right now, but they went out of their way to say, like, no, look, if you're playing through the game, we support streamers. We want to make sure that you guys are able to enjoy the game however you want to that way. We understand that some of the music needs to get muted. However, the music in the Ashtray Maze, even though it's licensed, is very important to the gameplay experience. If you ever get copyright struck for using it in your streams or gameplay footage, we will release that copyright strike. Like, it will not ever be a problem for you to play that song in that section, period. Like, it's a promise that they made to their players. Remedy rules. Like, Remedy is an awesome studio. They're really, really excellent. Start from the beginning and do another Deathless run. That might actually be fun at some point, but I don't know if it'd be able to be an all quest line one. Do you have anything new to say?
Man, I never thought I'd be working in the executive sector.
Also, hi.
Now, Ma.
That smile was like, huh.
I'll see you later.
I know.
You know where I'll be.
Boneless water. Yeah. All right.
There haven't been any Hiss sightings in the Ocean View Motel. Could survivors be hiding inside?
It's possible.
Laura says yes.
I remember a report about a similar incident from '84. The Bureau lost contact with a whole department during a house shift. The department head was found in the motel 2 years later. His arm stuck in the vending machine.
Make a note to send in a search party when possible.
God, that'd be such a fun sub-quest line. Like, just checking for
I
survivors
took care
in
of
the
the
ocean view.
Tomasi problem. Sorry, I forget he was a coworker.
Don't apologize. That wasn't the real Tomasi. He died when the hiss got him.
You're right. I just didn't want to be insensitive.
Sentimentality is a weakness in situations like these, Jesse. That's Bureau 101.
I don't think Emily's in danger of being called sentimental.
I think that would probably vary personally. Emily seems to be very dedicated to how her research is going and what she can do with it or, you know, for it. But I don't feel like she would be like full turn your brain off on rails mode like some of the other people
Well,
are.
I've got a bureau to run. See
On
you
music
soon.
licensing stuff for Alan Wake too specific
Yes,
to make sure they
ma'am,
can have the
Director
licensing for
Faden.
games while making sure the artists
Please,
also got
Emily.
paid.
What
Yeah.
if it was a joke?
Although I will say they do still have a copyrighted music setting
Remove
in
my
that.
waveform if it's recording.
Sorry, ma'am.
I think we already heard that one.
My darling asked you.
All right, we got more points. I am going to use those because I do believe, yes, fun stuff is going to come out of that. And we'll save up for this one next, too. Flight time is helpful, but for most of what we are doing, it's not going to be overtly important right away. That being said, it is about time that I tackle the next thing on our subquest docket, which worries me. This is the other spot where I thought I might have ended up losing a life. We haven't done this just yet. In fact, I don't think I've done this on stream at any point. Not in any of my other subsequent, like, mini-sectioned playthroughs. America Overnight results. Oh, shit. Actually, Myth, write down America Overnight results. We'll do that on the next ad break. Actually, we could just do the ad break right now. We're 3 minutes away from it anyway. Everybody get up, stretch, hydrate, do what you got to do. We'll be back in 3 minutes. That is when we will tackle our next subquest. In the meantime, if you are a subscriber, which I guess just on the off chance as a reminder, if you've got Amazon Prime, that shit's free, but no pressure ever, you won't miss anything. We're going to do some reading.
Yeah.
Oh, let's find that again. That was under... Cool, that's what we need. Missions, that's also fine. Could go do that, but that's whatever. Okay, collectibles, that was probably under... Correspondence? No. Although there is new correspondence. Oh yeah, Dead Letters approval. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from those more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but in the event the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thanks again. I can't wait to delve into my dead letters. Delinquent mail implies that there's gangster mail and mafia mail. God damn it. Book club. Oh, wow, yeah, we haven't been reading any of the dead letters yet. We're going to need to save those. Myth, just write down dead letters in general.
Dead letters?
Yeah. And that'll be under correspondence. Because I always forget. And you were about to ask something before I start reading Sterling?
I will be right back.
Oh, damn it! Do you want me to not read?
No, go for it. I can catch the VOD.
Well.
Yeah.
Sterling summary. A paranatural object appeared in a field outside the town of Sterling, Colorado, near a billboard advertising redacted. No civilians were injured, though a family dog has been reported as missing since the event. Enough with the dog stuff, please. Local authorities arrived on the scene and began issuing orders over a monitored line of communication using several watchwords flagged by the Bureau, including redacted. Bureau agents from the regional office were dispatched and arrived 2 hours after local police. The situation was contained and analysis began. Bureau research staff arrived the next day and examined the object. After redacted days of evaluation, the object was lifted into an enclosed truck with built-in BlackRock panels and relocated to Bureau headquarters via the subway transit system leading into the oldest house. The large object that we were fighting Tomasi around is implied to be that object. Hand chair procedures, mirror procedures. Where was the one? It must have been under research and records. Yeah, all right. Oh, actually, we're back. We'll wait for Myth. We'll keep reading until Myth gets back. Employee incident. So story time, chat. Incident in question occurred on Redacted and was brought to HR department's attention by the internal security personnel who intervened. According to reports supported by security camera footage, Agent Filson entered a staff kitchen with intention of consuming his private meal, a homemade sandwich cut diagonally and packaged in a plastic container, but discovered the refrigerator had redacted his meal. Agent Filson began to kick the Bureau-owned appliance as he expressed his frustration in a loud and profane manner. This behavior caused multiple staff members present to become alarmed. Security was alerted soon after. Filson complied with security commands to desist. Recommendation: Agent Filson was reprimanded and suspended for the remainder of the ongoing work week. The review committee recommends one non-mandatory counseling session. Hotline security log, already had that. Fade and movement tracking. It's really interesting that this does just get all alphabetized. I kind of wish there was a better sorting system for it. I think filter is just all in unread, which, makes sense. Mold autopsy. The deceased was a redacted-year-old redacted with no significant past medical history. The subject was brought in after being discovered in the active threshold in an early state of decay that is characteristically fungal-based in its appearance. During autopsy, the cadaver's pleural cavities were revealed to be entirely filled with the fungus known as the mold, to an extent that the medical staff were forced to put on decontamination suits. The procedure was also hindered by anomalies such as the deceased's high body temperature and undulating torso muscles, presumably, but not provably, caused by trapped gases. Routine samples as well as tissue samples requested by Dr. Underhill were successfully extracted. However, their rapid retrogression outside of the host body needs to be noted. Cause of death: mold ingestion. Refer to file
Hey,
for
I'm back.
report. Oh, I heard you. I heard you come back. We are good. We're back. Let's go do the next major side quest. It's this fucking
Yay.
thing. It's this absolute bastard of a thing. It looks scary. There's nothing else in here. It's time to test out what the jukebox tokens do. God damn it. I am curious if this is going to qualify as copyrighted music? I don't think it's gonna. You will notice that there are 3 tiers of this, and the last tier has a reward that is an outfit because of the clothes hanger. We will need to do all 3 of these on stream for 100%, which is what we're going for, all subquests and everything, because that includes unlocking costumes. We're not going to do tier 3 for a while. It's like, these are very difficult, and there are modifiers. You'll see that here. Expeditions. Undertake expeditions in Quarry Site Beta to earn unique mods. Completing each of the 4 objectives will dismantle the formation to reveal the reward waiting inside. Availability expires. This is on a global timer, and it is based on when the game launches, I believe. So, if I turned the game off, it would stay at 59 and however many seconds. Player energy recovery is minus 50%. God damn it. I almost want to go do something else for an hour, but that's a rough one. Sometimes these modifiers can have positives in there too, but energy recovery on its own is rough. It is level 1. We have a beefed up set of guns. We've got a good health modifier. Oh,
You've got a boss eraser. You should be fine.
well, yeah, okay, we'll try it. We'll give it a shot. Chad, I will need hype for this, and it will take a little while. This is going to take not a massive amount of time. Typically at this phase of the game, well, it can only go about 25 minutes because this is timed. Welcome to the formation. There are 4 gateways. All of them are applicable as our first stop. This one is going to be ideally the quickest, as long as everything goes according to plan and I don't get shunted down by moving geometry. Please don't do that. Thank you. That was very scary.
Oh, that was such a needless risk.
No, like, I cannot overstate how important going fast here is. That's why honestly, the energy recovery is almost more concerning to me because of how much I need to use telekinetic abilities here. You drop down here, dodge once, huck both of you. The next one is over here. As long as I do this really quick. Oh, are you not right there right now, you sack of shit? All right, 1 second. I need to pivot. We're looking for one more of those glowing objects. Typically, the third one is over there. I guess they do have random spawn zones, and I've just been getting consistently very lucky. Not the worst. We are still in danger. I want to avoid combat here as much as possible because it is much like Firebreak. The combat is incidental. I don't need to fight anybody here. I don't want to target anybody here. I just want you in the furnace so we can leave. Stop that. Like I said, that's the fastest one. Occasionally I'll save it for last, but right now, since we're streaming, I want to make sure that we're going kind of optimized. Every time we finish one of those, you'll see this is the formation, not the area. It is specifically that pillar. Lowers by a little bit every time. Yeah, we'll go to the most dangerous one next. And this one I will wait for this to form a little bit, because this is a much longer distance. Now, those of you who, again, have been watching in general for the whole playthrough will remember that we discovered what the NSC is, the power plant. I'm not going to give the abbreviation or like what the acronym is for right now, because if you didn't catch it, you missed it, and it is a fun discovery. But if you do remember what it means and the implications, you will understand that it is very, very powerful, and was labeled number 2. If I'm really lucky, you guys won't hit me. This goes real slow. Don't. Cool. All of these objectives spawn in similar but different locations each time we do this. Oh, that's a risky one. I need you to be cool and just stay behind there. Don't. Everybody relax. Did that go? Okay, yeah, that one. Shut up.
Yeah, everything's chill. We're all chill.
Grab that, we'll listen to it later. Oh no, it sounds really important. I think we might already have it distorted on the field. We usually get it distorted here, and it's usually in this location. There you are. Yep, that's it. I can deal with the ones staying in cover. I can't deal with the distorted. That's unfortunate. No, don't give me an elevated. Come on, man.
Uh-oh. And you're
Oh!
good.
No, there's still going to be... Oh, no, okay. Yeah, there are only 3. Dope. That actually went really clean. That is one of the harder ones. Although I confused the map silhouettes a little bit. The 4 spots are always the same. The objectives are always the same in them. It's just the locations that the actual interactables can be when they are interactables. Like, that can shift. But that is not the most dangerous one. I was thinking of a different one. Although, I would probably argue that's like the second most. They're pretty close. That is 2 out of 4. This one first. So the reason I was more skittish about getting pushed down by those objects is not because of the rocks themselves. The rocks are not what have collision in that particular animation. The collision is invisible. I don't know if it's just because like it was harder on their engine to have the actual physical objects and collision match. It would be easier to dodge if that was the case, but it's not. That is scary because the stuff that can push you down is invisible. Alright, so these ones, we need to cleanse these control plates. It's basically just a little mini round of King of the Hill.
Oh, I remember these objectives from Destiny.
Not far off. Okay, that's real good. We're gonna go back here. These ones are fixed. These ones, as far as I'm aware, can't be in different locations. Or I've been miraculously lucky the entire time. Bust through that guy. Whoop! Oh, I hate this energy modifier so much. Sucks.
Looks like you did this one.
Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you. I always do those ones first because the last one is down here while we are down here. Shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. Oh, come back, energy, please. Before we leave. No, I'll find it later. Not important. Time is truly of the essence on these. We get better rewards if we do it quicker, because of course we do. It's a mode with a timer. And I will say, too, I'm just trying to go deathless for the sake of going deathless, or, you know, I guess one death at this point. If we die in here, it doesn't end the round, but we will have to do whatever objectives aren't completed again. So if I had died with like 2 out of those 3 plates, for example, you would have had to do all 3 plates again. And that includes traveling back because you always respawn up here. So deaths can cascade your time pretty badly. Hi, NSC1.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
great.
Yep.
Love it.
Totally normal. Absolutely makes sense that it's here. Nothing to question. Don't worry about it.
So do deaths here also like takeaway source, or
Oh
is
yeah.
that
A death is a death. Yeah, that's a non.
gotcha.
Yeah, so it's kind of a double whammy where it hurts your rewards and completion time, and also is still giving you like the normal penalties. So this one is just combat. Oh no, it would help if I actually hit the button to start the encounter. Remembering correct, this is the other collectible in here.
Squad Captain Lopez.
Not super important. Anybody? Usually there's somebody. No? Okay, that's very generous of you. This is another claim the high ground one. Because we're going to get a lot of heavies in this one that are going to get supported by a lot of not heavies. Or less heavies and more named. They're the scariest portion of this whole combat section for sure, because they always invariably have more beefy stats. And the objective right now is just kill them all, so... Feature of charge that I have not had a good opportunity to show off yet, you can hold the charge, which stacks your projectiles. If I can find, there you are.
Oh, that's neat. That's less neat.
That timing sucked. I don't think I hit him either. Nope! Nope, 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 nope! Oh, that's for you. Yeah, that's exactly why I don't like this one. Yeah, this energy recovery is fucking killing me. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. so many of you with rockets right now.
That's one down.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Oh, shit. Oh, you're the one. Stop that. No more rockets. That's still not great. God damn it. Oh! They hit so hard. So they're all level 8s. Yeah, God, this, like, not have... Because energy is everything. Like, default levitation time, or elevation time, doesn't require it. But any dodges do. And that's kind of the bread and butter of your mid-air ability, especially because it pulls you completely out of cover. So between that and then needing to use telekinesis to hit really hard, all that other stuff, it's bad. I could hypothetically offset that by putting more energy recovery items in, but that would remove my health boosts right now, and that's basically like our level right now. We have really good mods for health, which we want to keep. Our health bar size right now is being determined by that, so I am not turning that off. That sucks. That's such a big time loss. I would have rather that happened earlier, at least. I would have rather not happened at all, but I need to play a little bit more aggressive to get the named enemies off the field faster. That's what was chewing me up there. That was calculated and really stupid of me.
Hey, there's the rocket club.
Yep.
Nice.
I was hoping that that would actually not kill him, but that's okay. Forgot if the shield had kind of its own independent collision. That sucks. Cover, I do need to play this in particular. Thank you. I intentionally went for the kneecap there to not get a headshot bonus. You would think that'd be all of it, but absolutely not. Yeah.
To be tankier than the Fomor.
Then the what?
Whatever the hell it's called. Not
The molded?
direct. No, not the molded. The giant eye thing. That was.
Oh, the former. Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. So the former is optional. So is this, but this is also meant to be specifically. This is like the equivalent of end game content in this game. Like the jukebox is a challenge, not like a narrative addition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is this game's hard mode. And like very much on purpose. They even like advertised it that way. It was never a secret. Oh, actually. Yes, absolutely.
Nice catch.
Thank you. Also, thank you. Reset back to 0. God, we've only got 10 minutes left! This means there's only one more
This is the
wave.
last wave.
It's the last wave, but there's also a boss fight. It's not necessarily super difficult, but it's also not necessarily super easy. And again, this all is further determined with whether or not I eat any more deaths, because like I'll have to do all 3 of these waves again. Same with the boss fight. Like if the boss kills me, its health resets as well. Oh, damn it. That's one of them. That's real bad. Stop. Stop. Yami, where are you getting not super difficult?
You talking about the boss?
Oh, yeah, yeah. So, well, so, like, those are optional fights. They are meant to be difficult in the sense that they're harder than, like, some of the normal, like, main story bosses. But they're not meant to be, like, extremely difficult because the focus is on the narrative. Whereas this is just a challenge mode. That. Yeah, it's real quick. It's a cadence thing. Normally it wouldn't be as much of an issue because his shield goes down with telekinesis hits. He's just a level 8, which is high for right now. He also drops it when he's going for throws, but his throws are going to hit me like a dump truck because they're one of the stronger enemy variants in general. So normally the cadence is hit him with triple to lower his shield, then pop a really quick gunshot on him. Or wait for him to do that. That's not bad. Cool, that's perfect. 8 minutes. We should be fine. It's really going to depend on how polite this fight is going to be. I'm not going to call it an RNG-dependent thing. It is just distorted, but it's a pretty beefy one. I don't remember if the first level of the jukebox can summon additional mooks to assist it. I think that does happen on the harder ones. My main problem is its damage output, because it is going to hit much harder than a normal one, and normal ones already hit really hard. And it can be a crapshoot on whether or not it hits you through stunning it. Come on, energy. Come on, energy. I want 3. I want 3 to hit him with 3. Okay, yeah, you do something. That sucks. God, that's so slow! Is this what 50% means? Big objects. Big objects. This is what I mean by it being polite. These are... No, 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 no! Oh my god! That's so bad! It summoned a second one. That's like the worst possible thing that could have happened. Okay. We're good. That's a win. Jesus. God, these are hard. That's the easiest difficulty of the 3. Ooh, but okay, that third one, that rules. That's really nice. There's supposed to be distorted jukebox music here. I guess it also qualifies as being copyrighted, which is kind of surprising because you could barely make out what the song is, but...
Guess the song ended.
Okay.
Timing.
So that's that. I am going to immediately do this because that's a level 5. Yeah, it's a 50. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely we're going to do that. So let's do a bunch of trading down because this is something that I've been waiting for a good while. That's the 35. We have... Yeah, that's the 37, so that was the 35 we just replaced. Cool. That means that we can go back to grip and give it the better damage modifier. Or no, that's right. Grip does have the better one. Oh, okay. That means we can put the better damage modifier on Shatter now, which is real nice. Where'd you go?
Hello, Aravel.
Hello, Aravel. Thank you for joining. And actually, we haven't run Shatter in a while, so let's do that. That sounds fun. Because we're going to have a couple odds and ends to do. There's that, and then we'll go back to Grip. But that all sounds real nice. What else we got? We got dodge efficiency. Doesn't matter. Seize accelerator. We'll keep that one just in case. I will use it someday. Health is not important. Well, that health. So this is health recovery per element pickup. It can also be very powerful, but I usually prefer to just have the bigger bar. Basically, it's a percentile thing. So all the little white glows that you pick up is health, and that just makes it so that each one individually gives you more healing. Energy gained from taking launch damage. No thank you. We like to deal damage here. Cool. That's great, actually. You will see that this is still giving us that notification because there is still technically the 3 tiers. Mercifully, for what we're doing right now, we can turn in a little bit of completion just from doing that first one.
This is Lynn Salvador.
Hi, Salvador. Let's talk to you.
There you are. Did you,
What's the best one?
find
Like
those
the best
Rangers?
mod?
Formation?
There's a couple
I
really
found
good
them.
ones from the DLC.
But it's not good news. The Hiss got there first. Lots of them.
Another dead team. Jesus. You know, I should have seen this coming. The formation, it's got like a pull to it. Things just end up there. I'm sure you saw all the junk from the Bureau lying around.
There were a lot of Hiss, Arish. I mean, a lot.
Yep.
Did they get pulled in too?
Or they forced their way in. The formation is just a big question mark to us. But who knows? You might even find some useful stuff down there. All I know is we cannot let the Hiss get comfortable.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Uh-huh. A simple one. You need to find more tokens and clear the Hiss the fuck out of the formation.
That is simple.
Oh, and I found a file on the formation while you were gone. You take a look for yourself if you want. A lot of the terms in there are way beyond me. I don't like to overcomplicate these situations. When in doubt, fuck it. Shoot something, right?
Real helpful, Arish.
I try.
I love you, Arish. Okay.
I'll see you later.
You know where
I
I'll
love
be.
everything but his mouth.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, it is truly
awful.
just because of, like, the more dated tech there.
Yeah.
It's the thing that I'll give the pass to, for sure. All right, so we got
I
that.
need
We're
to
gonna
see Control 2 where everyone has like super improved facial animation except for Arish who's still this horrific gremlin of a man.
All right, so we are about to go into the first DLC. Technically, it's supposed to be the second DLC. For my money, I think doing them in the intended reverse order is better narratively. For a lot of reasons, I think ending it where the first one ends is like the perfect capstone. So we are going to be doing in that order. It doesn't matter; like the two stories don't interact with each other. They are not standalone. They both expand the main game for sure and like the broader universe. But as far as like the way I would recommend experiencing Control, I would reverse them. The second one is also, I think, a better overall challenge too. They're both pretty challenging. They're a good step up from the default difficulty. That being said, I usually like to change my outfits up for like narrative chunks because you can only change them at Central Executive, so it's kind of like a special stop sort of thing. We did the whole main story in civilian, naturally. We're going to save this one, so this one's off the table for voting. I apologize. And we've been rocking the asynchronous suit for all the side quest stuff because it is like the quintessential side quest costume. And then we were using Director's suit up until we got asynchronous because that's the story completion one. But we also have Tactical Response, which I don't think is bad. I prefer her default hair, but you know, it's whatever. Astral Dive suit, which is one of the original DLC ones. Tactical Response is another one like that. Again, not a huge fan of the hairstyle, but I will take whatever you guys want. We've got Candidate P7, which is naturally the mirror to P6 for Dylan. That one we got through the main story but haven't really looked at yet. There is Office Assistant from the Nightmare sequence between the final mission and the fake-out ending. Golden Suit is what we got from doing the Luck Lab correctly. It's like one of the other like rare kind of side costumes. Then Urban Response is the last of the original pre-order costumes that all got put into the Ultimate Edition like years after the game came out, when they just wanted to be like, you know what, everybody gets the full game, which I respect. It took them a long time to add them in as well. Does anybody have an outfit preference for the next chunk of the story? Again, Janitor's Assistant is off the table for right now. We're saving that for the last one. Not Yami. Myth, do you have any vibes?
Honestly, like, my only real reaction was, please God, not the Golden Suit.
Really? Like, just because, like, whatever high roller executive kind of vibe?
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's also just like...
I actually see a lot of people play with this one, which I think is kind of funny. Doing what I think we are.
I don't really vibe with the mustard color.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll take TAC response, and we are doing Seuss. We're doing AWE first, because again, we're doing them out of the recommended / release order. And honestly, this is kind of the one that I was vibing with for it too. So let me know if that's meshing. Okay, yeah, we'll go with this one. I think that's perfect. You know, I haven't run with most of the costumes on. I do quite like this one too. We've got 1 skill point. We haven't activated any countermeasures yet. I think primarily because we have that. It's executive, Pierce. Okay, yeah, these are fine. We'll grab some spares. We haven't done any of these yet. I always get these two mixed up. Surge is the one that I do have, right? No, it is Charge. I was wrong. Don't worry about why I was wrong. I'm sure that will get addressed shortly. So that is... This is the one that we want, but it's in executive, so it doesn't matter, so we're just... Nope! Abandon this one. Maintenance, doesn't matter. Cool, that's fine. Okay, so we are going to... Multimedia... Since we just did there, we'll
Squad
listen
Captain
to these
Lopez,
really fast.
Reporting on Expedition 17B.
We picked these up in the
At the formation now. Visually, no distinction from the previous visit. The link detectors are still standing. One arch has a light flashing, so we're gonna give the area once over. Then we'll head back. Lopez out.
They're all dead. These things killed them all.
Dave, you're inside by the door.
There are so many.
You're listening.
Get out. No.
Oh, I feel bad for Lopez. Okay. So we are going to activate a mission and then walk towards the elevator. Chat, we are getting back into good old chonky stories, so this pause is me hitting snooze twice because we were only 15 minutes away from an ad break, and I want to start digging into this because we have been waiting long enough. It is time for the first, in my recommended order, DLC. We are going to a new sector.
Director.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Phaeton sensed a drowning man, a hunger in the dark.
That guy looks familiar.
Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh?
So, longer viewers
We
will
should check
know
this out.
that we did do this entire section in one stream session last October Spooktacular, our Halloween event. We're going to do it again, and we're going to do it more thoroughly. So why don't we go to the investigation sector?
I am excited.
I am very excited.
Did we do this before or after we did Alan Wake?
We did it after Alan Wake. That was why we did it in that order. We did all of Alan Wake, basically, at the time. It was all of Alan Wake remastered, and then this as the capstone. This was our Halloween special that year. And I was very happy to get it done in 3 hours. I was nervous that wasn't going to happen. And actually, for the sake of the ambiance in this section, I am going to turn our audio in-game up a little bit, which is not in here. I guess I was doing that all exclusively through Windows Audio. So bear with me a moment. Sound settings. I wish I had a better way of doing this. Oh, no, not sound settings. Volume mixer. No, this is also maxed out. Huh, weird. Okay, that's fine.
Hello? Anyone here?
Guess not.
Alright, so there is quite a lot that we are now going to be doing.
Was this a place we could access before doing this DLC, or was this already entirely new?
No, this is like, this was all DLC. Like, this was straight up like, this is a location that they added. Like, their DLCs are no joke. They're whole area expansions.
It's not working.
You know, we haven't checked this in
power core somewhere.
Still good.
Seems
Yep.
more crowded than the rest of the bureau.
I love learning about the investigation sector. Oh, you stay behind? Excuse me.
Did that glass not break initially?
I think I might have done the thing where I got close enough where I phased through it, which isn't
Now that
intentional, but can happen. We should read the tractor files, by the way, on our next ad break. The stuff in the investigation sector is really good, and we didn't end up scratching like any of it last year. Darling investigation, Casey inquiry. I wonder what Casey that could mean. There's also like a shitload of pickups down here. Cauldron Lake update.
My honk appears to be frozen.
Director investigation.
Unacceptable.
Do you want me to stop for a sec? Do I need to check something?
No, it's on my end. I
Underhill
will take care
background.
of
Okay.
it.
Impact melee boost.
I've been taken by the hiss.
Nah, you have the HRE. You're just you're in the motel. You just had to go through the motel really quick.
Well, now it's just a floating HRE. There is no myth.
It's okay. You'll get a new one when you come back out. Trench official warning. So this is this department head's office, by the way. We'll learn more as we actually read stuff. I do want to do a little bit more focusing on the reading for this section because it's something that we like wholly ignored, and pretty much all of the lore of this area is like read only because there's no other major interactions here for a little bit.
Right.
So we will be focusing that reading. Specimen escape assessment. That sounds fine.
Alright, Honk is back.
Superb. Let's get our first control
It's
point.
Tyranno's HRE anklet right now. Myth got eaten by a house shift. The myth is bouncing in. Yay.
Still safe. Always good.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Oh, yeah, that's the reading I want. That's the good shit. Blessed? We're very interested in anything that has that name in it. Okay, tap that because we are going into the motel.
Do we know each other?
This is a long one, so strap in.
This feels familiar.
Also, flashing light and jump scare warning for this whole DLC section, chat.
I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake.
I'm a writer.
Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane.
There's nothing to worry about.
Tom, the poet, the diver, you look different.
That was just a role, a character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker, an auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
Me when Tyrannus reminds me we have a stream in 10 minutes. Huh?
Oh, you mean the face on the side?
Like all of the visual effects going on.
You've been right.
Hello, Flaming Flamingo. Thank you for joining. What a time to jump in.
You found a way.
No. I don't...
Sorry if some of this gets a little bit loud, by the way, chat. I really don't want to turn the volume down in particular. This is all real good stuff.
It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
Oh, man. So we're basically in, like, the hard horror
That was
segment.
Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
One thing I do need to dig into that I'm not 100% sure about.
Zane was with him.
I'm
The
pretty...
poet.
I'm
No,
pretty
wait.
positive.
He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
That's such a good detail. God damn it, that's such a good detail. I'm pretty positive, like I'm 90% positive that this will be the case. But the files that are scattered around before the DLC stuff unlocks that concern Alan Wake, so like the Oh Dear Diner thermos and, hit the typewriter and some other things. I'm not 100% certain if those didn't get added along with this DLC or if they were always Easter eggs that were sort of maybe teeing up the fact that they were going to do this DLC or, when they were considering doing this, just in general. So, remember, by the way, the lore of the Ocean View Motel is the fact that under any circumstances, all the time, no matter who comes in, director or ranger or scientist, anybody, the only door that unlocks out of the ones with these symbols is the Black Pyramid. And we just saw this one open. And that's where Alan was. That's all I'll say about that for right now. But yeah, it's the Ocean View. Again, copyrighted music is turned off, so no spooky, weird radio music, but we are still operating on Dreamlogic, which means the rule of 3 applies. Maybe. Usually it does. See, that's how the radios normally sound in here, by the way. Like, not correct.
It's a mimic, shoot it!
That's the
Or
sound.
I guess turn it off, that works too. You can just do that with mimics.
There we go. So, rule of 3s did still apply. But if we know Alan Wake, we know dark isn't great, and lights popping is not great by extension.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came, a resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
So we are going to listen to these in a moment. But first, I feel like I've been rude. Flaming Flamingo, I did greet you in. Thank you for the first-time chat. How are you? Are you an Alan Wake fan? Are you a Mega Man fan who found us on a day where we're not playing Mega Man? Do you know us from elsewhere, perhaps? How's it going? What's up? How's your Friday going so far? Or if you don't feel like answering any of that and you just want to lurk, that's fine too. Whatever ends up working. Melee damage after melee kills. So now we're getting into the DLC perks. It's pretty solid. Unfortunately, that one's not really any good. I do not get melee kills, so that's really not going to apply. We're going to be doing a lot more weeding through stuff now presently as a result of unlocking these. I do believe they can also show up elsewhere in general. But yeah, Wake is coming through the hotline.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss, so it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away, and made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark, not unlike the hostile resonance, waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
You know, I love the thumbnail for that one, too. I wish there was like a HD version of it, like their two faces blended over each other.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too
It's like one of my
scared
favorite
to do
parts
before.
about it.
Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came.
Great.
Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Cool. So we're going to go deal with that.
Wick should not be coming through the hotline. That's not allowed.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. All right, fire breaks open. Tap this really quick. Check something really fast. I gotta keep up the meme.
Oh, yes. Oh, good. Question mark level. Or was that a 7?
7.
That's a 7.
No, yeah, mercifully nothing like that. Yeah, I would like you to not do that. To not do that exact thing that I didn't want you to do. Okay, you know what? We're just going to leave.
I'll be right back, sir. With this mimic. Up.
Weird.
I wonder if that's a loading thing, where it doesn't want you to take an asset too far from where it spawns.
It might. Anyway, we've got them now.
Great.
Let them fight. Oh, interesting. It retreats towards us when it does that. Yes. Absolutely. Hey, bud. Well, bye. Mostly just to do it. Boop. So, a not encouraging sight. Fire breaks being damaged is less than ideal. That's like the express thing they're not supposed to be doing. We are starting to get to the point where I wouldn't hate having better flight time.
But we have a friend here.
Yeah, we'll look at it. Why not? We're not being timed. Let's soak up the atmosphere.
Oh, I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine. It's good, probably.
Probably.
Ah, Auti's been here.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here?
Alright, there's not anything in this one. I always end up checking this, and I never need to. Well, alright. Yeah. There's a couple weird secret areas in this one, and I've only done them once, so I'm gonna need to kind of remember. I love this visual. It's just wrong enough.
That doesn't look like a house shift. Do I even want to know?
It's your job. You probably should know. That. No, door open, please. I said door open, please. Door open, please. God damn it. Ballistic ground sight boost. Is that one of the ones that I want to start thinking about? Ground slam damage after weapon hits. Source gain from headshots. Yeah, that might be one of the ones that we finally equip. Energy gain from headshots. Sounds nice. It's not quite as useful as it could be. Velocity boost doesn't matter. Damage boost, we have better ones. Rate of fire, no. Pierce aim fire boost, we're already stacked on those. Don't need that one or these either. Let's pop over to grip really quick. Oh, right, we don't have all three for grip yet. Okay, that's fine then. There you are. Off the other way. That's okay.
Oh, good. Heartening the rest. Love it.
Yeah, that whole story thread is satisfying, if nothing else. Hi! Bad timing. confiscated motive. That is the new currency for the area. Everywhere gets a currency.
Of course, the Hiss are already here.
There we go.
The Mimic, finally!
God, they're so fast! Get back here, you sack of shit.
I was kidding when I suggested there be a Mimic.
It's a DLC thing.
Last spring.
They are worth a lot of loot. Like, a shitload of loot. They're also really rare and only in this set. So I've been playing it up to kind of set the idea in motion that those are there. But they are there. There are actually mimics. In fact, I think they are literally called mimics in this case. I mean, they're altered vending machines, but, you know, the reference is present.
I'm glad that Apollo struck me with the gift of prophecy.
I was really hoping that you weren't gonna be too not surprised when it actually happened, because the first time it happens is jarring as fuck. Like, they just, all they do is try to get away from you because all they are worth is, like, pickups. But they're worth, like, I don't know if you saw, but I picked up, like, 4 level 5 modifiers from them. Like, they are stacked. They are really, really good loot dumps, which is part of why they're rare. There's also an achievement. I already have all the achievements for the game, so it doesn't matter right now. But there is an achievement for getting, I think it's listed as 80% of them, even though they will always spawn. So I think that's more like a safety net thing.
Darkness is blocking the door. Now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
And the mold. And the clog, whatever that one
the
is.
brain damage.
So we are adding Alan Wake mechanics.
Light burns it away, huh?
For anybody who is familiar.
Makes sense.
Alan Wake is all about light and darkness. It's not super subtle. You will also want to watch this guy. So we have, I'll do this while I'm talking. We have obviously encountered dead bodies already in, you know, more than a couple spots, just in general. And, you know, some of them have had, like, the lower jaws knocked around or, like, maybe even removed. It's sort of just implied, you know, like, general violence. It's not ideal. Nothing great, but, you know, bloody face. It's whatever. Like, it is what it is. Wondering if this will do what I want it to do. However, this guy is our first dead body.
There was one more back there.
How dare you?
To your right when you go in here.
Oh, good catch. But this guy is the first corpse that we see like this.
Great.
Just whatever the reverse of deboned would be called.
It's degloved.
Oh, I hate that. I remember that from workplace safety things. You're right, and I hate that you're right, and that's the end of that discussion. All right.
Thanks in chat.
Yep. That's probably fine, too.
I could really go for an orange peel right now.
It's a funny extra joke in my mind right now because I have started having an orange every day because the vitamin C is helpful for some of my conditions. So today I was like, oh, we're going to be playing Control. Orange peel. Because I was peeling my orange. It was nice. It felt good to be on the ball. I sincerely don't know if this is going to do what I hope it does.
There you go. Doesn't that feel better?
But we're going to hope. Because if we can multitask this way, then I am all for it.
Welcome back to the land of the living, little buddy.
It's been flensed. Yeah. There you are. We got lots to do. We got lots to do. This is a new main area and a bunch of DLC content for it.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made
VA
louder.
for Hartman. Passed.
Hartman was stretched
Honestly, that's kind of
like a
surprising to
worm
hear,
design.
considering the fact that this guy does such a good impression, but that is a shame.
Now we crashed out of darkness toward Faden.
Great. But let's hear more about that, shall we? Just to get it out of the way. For anybody who's lurking and hasn't been around for these, we are doing all media. So, all audio, all visual.
Remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're a new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these waves to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now we crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
Yeah, Faden's pretty baller. So this is where we get into the discussion of whether or not Wake wrote the Hiss into existence, because, you know, writing things into existence is kind of what Wake does, or if it's just an interaction between his Altered World event and the Bureau knowing about it. I'm pretty positive, and obviously don't spoil anything if you know I haven't finished Alan Wake 2 or anything like that. I think it's sort of implied that it's a combination of the two. If it were me, if it were up to me making the actual writing decisions, I wouldn't want one to kind of supplant the other. I would want them both to be equal. Oh my god, I didn't realize that it had that much kickback. That was crazy. Good god. But yeah, so for my money, that would be, like, it would be them both feeding on each other, kind of like what's being implied to be happening with Hartman in this situation. I think it would be kind of a disappointment, a little bit more boring overall, if the idea was just that actually everything that happens in this game is because of Alan's writing. But at the same time, it would at least be, like, narratively consistent, and it would be kind of an interesting twist, so I wouldn't hate it either. I just think, of the two options, it would be more interesting to me if they fed entirely into each other. Entirety of Alan Wake is a chicken egg question that really has no answer. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Sue. Like, that's the reason I like the vibe so much, because, yeah, like you said, it's, you know, is Alan doing this to himself? Is it being done to Alan? It could be either. It could be both.
Yeah, I kind of like it as a bootstrap paradox. I think that works.
And, like, knowing
sort of
Remedy's
shit.
overall writing style, it probably is that way, like, very much on purpose. I'm sure you could make the argument one way or another, but, you know. Just forget to do this right away when I come in here for the first time. And then I'm like, where's the other generator? Eagle Limited, that's a good one. The Shadow, also fun. We got two multimedias. I will do it right now while it's quiet.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood.
And Mags, you're not wrong, but the question is, did Alan write the Hiss into
darkness
existence?
Would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing
That's
forces,
such a good way to put it.
destined to collide.
Except he's not an ass about it.
And given this conflict of natures, We know that
no,
the
Max.
light
The
of
hiss and the
truth
darkness
will
are
burn
explicitly
away the
separate.
darkness, both
That's-
figuratively and
We'll go over it in a
literally.
second.
Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or do their work perhaps even create it.
There's the
Wake now
bootstrap
secure
paradox.
in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Less a pancake and more, let's say a corn dog. I hate that comparison, but given the carnival, why did I go carnival food? Why was I thinking funnel cake? It doesn't matter. He's something. That's not the shape, though. I love that comparison. Normally, like, the side-by-side stuff isn't, like, super my jam, but comparing him to Xehanort is really funny. It's really stupid. What was I about to say? So, Mags and Myth, I guess both of you, because you were both reacting to each other, kind of. Mags was asking, or saying that they were separate, in that we were talking about the potential bootstrap paradox thing of, like, did one create the other, or are they feeding off each other? They're interacting for sure. They are definitely separate forces. Yeah. And then if you want to go into, like, the whole thing, even though technically it isn't explicitly involved, but it's sort of, like, referenced involved, Quantum Break is all about time, so it's time, light, and dark. And then, space and sound and everything. I think their whole set of, combined stuff is really, really cool that way. But Mags was just reacting to that and saying, like, no, I think they're separate. Whereas right now they're also combining. This is one of my favorite audios, I think, in the entire game, as far as, like, the stuff that's outside of the main story. So
Agent Fisher.
We're going to wait and listen to Agent Fisher, like, directly through this so the audio quality is, like, peak clean. Hartman's notes the darkness. Yeah.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance. Even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. But mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how, exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this out. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck. Cooperate. Okay, there we go. All right, that was faint, but I definitely heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have finally caught one.
Jump scare sound, sorry, chat.
Recording better work this time, or I swear to God I'll... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
I love that one. Like, just the thought of, like, every time we go through the motel, it's like a relatively benevolent experience. Like, some people are even using it as a shelter. Like, it isn't actively hostile, but thinking about it from the perspective of somebody that doesn't have, like, you know, abilities, or like that the house hasn't chosen, just going in to investigate it and staying there for like multiple days at a time and going through just like that kind of like just out of the corner of your eye thing is so good. Anyway, we will be back in 3 minutes. Everybody get up, stretch, hydrate, do what you gotta do. We will do some reading while you're gone.
Yeah.
Oh god, I love that. Like, that straight up, like, there's something about that. I'm bummed that the alarm went off during it, but like something about the silence and like the pauses there for that one is just like, oh, it's just perfect. It's like one of my favorite recordings. And it's just one guy. Like, there's nothing else really attached to it at all. Okay, I said I wanted to read through the dead letters more at length, but at the same time, we're starting to get stuff for in here. Five-hour Optic Fuck is also very good, Suze, for sure. But we are going to go through some of the stuff that we've been getting here, because now there's like a lot of new exciting stuff. Official findings report: illegal altered items market. Remy Dennis, chief investigator. Compiled, or by order of, and then compiled by David Gleason, special investigator. A black market hub specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects, as well as genuine, unaltered, and paranatural material was raided in redacted Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. The following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other paranatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau. The Bureau's concern here is threefold. A. There is a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among a niche group of the general public. B. These criminals do not these criminal individuals do not seem aware of the item's paranatural powers, and their attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. C. The motivations of these collectors are largely unknown. The investigation sector is awesome. Like, it's basically just like, okay, but like there would be an X-Files department. Like, it would just be like, here are Mulder and Scully going out to like do these field investigations and like find people who are kind of aware of what's going on and shouldn't. And I think that's like some of the coolest shit. It's like some of the best writing, which is why we're getting to why we should be excited about the word blessed. The Blessed organization. This group/individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural material. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repairs and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. We still got more, and I think these ones are worth doing even though we are out of the ad break. Official Findings Report, RE, Dr. Casper Darling and Colonel Confidential, compiled by Tim Spalder, Special Agent, by order of William Kirkland, Head of Investigations. So this is like one of the ones that would have been, you know, part of the board. Or not board, like the inner circle, like, you know, Tomasi and everybody under Trench's, like, direct, you know, the department heads. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Internal Investigations D0845 was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, Head of Research. Despite the accounts of Anonymous Redacted regarding inhumane treatment of a redacted currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during the investigation. The majority of redacted sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such redacted contained there. One redacted confirmed the redacted's code name to be redacted. I like that all these redactions actually make sense in context, which is like extra nice because like we kind of know what it's saying, but anybody else would be enough in the dark. But all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the redacted research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into redacted research. So you start to kind of unfold, and it's by files that we find early in here that maybe part of the reason that the investigation sector is fully shuttered isn't just because of the sealed off portion because of Hartman. It might be because they started investigating people in the Bureau.
Good.
Yeah, it's like, ooh. It's like, it's some good. It's some really good writing. It's really cool. Also, now we have flying rangers. And that means flying grenades and machine guns. Or shotguns. Not always, but you know. Gimme.
Oh, good. The front are levitating.
Yeah, all right. Good, we got back just in time for fiber optic fuck. That was for you, Zeus. Airborne Rangers. Hey, Ahti.
Darkness everywhere. New day, same old bloody system, says the whole thing. Like dark but good for nothing. Get rid of it.
Hello, Minami. Thank you so much for the resubscription. I cannot believe that you showed up the literal second Ahti started talking. That is, like, so perfect for your, like, source of interest in the story. I arrived late with sushi. I was busy hanging out with your mom up north for a birthday on Sunday. Happy early birthday. That's very exciting. Also, now I want sushi. God damn it.
The vents, they are full of mold shit. It's no food for you. Headache, nausea, old depression.
Also,
tell when you are ready.
Minami smelled the Ahti in the airwaves and appeared.
Lads in here have done standing up. Lighten them up.
Ah, more plants.
That is
All right.
nice. That did
Let's
resolve
go
that
make some
way.
new friends.
The mold and the plants that we interacted with did already clear parts of those. So that's really cool. That means you could hypothetically just do those, come back, collect those, and be done. Obviously, we need to go through more of the sector to get more of those actual things. But I am very glad that that did work out the way I was hoping it would.
I don't feel right. Something in this darkness is draining me.
Sensed finished sass was imminent. Exactly. Chat, don't look away for this part. It's real good. Like I said, we're in the horror section now.
Shit. Now what? What is that?
Come on, elevator, time to go!
Nothing even touches it.
So you don't like the light. I can use that.
All right, so I'll give you kind of a teaser of how I handled the thumbnail photos. I have a bunch of photo mode screenshots from when I went through my PC playthrough, to kind of practice for doing this. So I won't do any in here. I will occasionally showcase photo mode related stuff. But if you want to know how the thumbnails for this section are going to go, I will tell you right now that Hartman appears pretty well when you filter just right. So he might be in all of them in some capacity or another, but like just darkened enough where you kind of can't tell who all is actually there. And I got some... there's a couple shots that I'm quite proud of. Anyway, the darkness is bad.
Oh no, they're jammed together.
Yeah, they actually kind of are. I know that one is right there, but we're going to do a little bit of pre-planning here. I want to say the next good shot will be about...
Right, like loading the artillery. I get you.
Yeah, exactly. I think those were okay shots. We'll see. Boy, I certainly hope they were. So the darkness does two things. It slowly drains your energy. You can use your abilities in it, but obviously, like, once it's gone, it won't regenerate. And while you're in it, Hartman can freely teleport around very aggressively and gets entirely different attacks. So being in the darkness for really any amount of time would be bad. So naturally, we're going to try to avoid it as much as we can. Which is why I teed up a couple extra power cores there to pop right on over, grab some writing, and hit this button.
Yeah, how do you like that?
One thing that I really like about this entire section, outside of, you know, just like the obvious, like, oh, this writing is really cool, this like new area is really nice, I'm glad we're getting more goodies, is the fact that you get the darkness, which, you know, we're obviously very familiar with. If you've played Alan Wake, like, you know how horrendously oppressive it is. Like, it is just a total onslaught. Alan Wake is in a survival horror scenario. It is scary. It's supposed to be scary, and Alan is supposed to be, like, very fragile and in a lot of danger. Whereas Jesse is confronted with, like, the final boss of darkness Taken monsters, and it's just like, yeah, fucking get some! And it's like, this is great. Like, it shows, like, the difference in character tone, the difference in gameplay really well, but, like, all of the mechanics stay consistent, so it doesn't feel like they're giving you, like, the darkness but worse. It feels like they're giving you the darkness but in a totally different context. I really, really like it.
Sort of like the latest Resident Evil game, I guess?
Yeah, like, without the campaigns being directly baked together, but from what I've heard of it, yeah. That is, like, another kind of comparison. Also, I think since we're taking our time, we might check out another side mission real fast before we continue.
Arcade machines.
We got Shoom.
Shoom. Shim?
Shoo.
Shoom. Whoa. Whatever.
So I like the implied story of these cabinets. We got a knight on a motorcycle, and, you know, all that going on. In Shoom 2, which is curiously offline right now, but certainly this will get turned on at some point, we have the same rider, but now he's got a raccoon fox buddy, and he's going towards a fucking tiger wizard with a castle with, like, a skull face. And I want them to make this game. Anyway, let's play this game. So this is another difficult one. I don't think death's here. I wouldn't qualify a death in here as a Deathless Run Breaker. This is another area where we can farm quite good abilities. The goal of crowd control is to survive. This will take a little bit, nothing too unusual. You will recognize the area that we're in. This is the opening lobby of the containment center. And right now, we are just in full survival wave mode. This is control firefight, essentially. It gets quite difficult. The other modes are harder than this. One death resets the entire thing, and the survive against a horde of hiss bar is our only indicator of completion. You will notice that it is quite slow.
Alright, chat, start getting your channel points. Let's fuck them up.
So essentially, this mode functionally is going to be a lot like what we were doing with the Foundation, except without the implicit time limit. The threat is different now. One death ends the run, as opposed to deaths basically just being a time sink, but not ending. So the timer is your enemy in this one. This one, it is just raw combat. That being said, you will have noticed there were 2 game modes on Shum, and the second one is in fact a timed mode. The way that one works, I can't explain like when we do it because we will need to do both. Again, this is for the completion that we are going for, quest completion essentially. The other mode is still this map, still this wave mentality, and death will still end it. It is much shorter, however the timer is aggressive. Like you get a minute, maybe 2, and every kill adds time back to it. So you need to be doing this as quickly as you possibly can, but also as efficiently as you possibly can. So for example, in that timed mode, seizing an enemy counts as a kill. So not only are you getting a fire ally, but you're also getting an enemy off the board and adding time to your timer. So you have to kind of decide, like, is this enemy worth it? Will he be able to help out? Is it just better to get him off the board? Are they weak enough where seizing it would be slower than just shooting it? Or would the net gain of having another gun on the field for a little while be the thing that matters? Like, it's honestly really cool. That was the hardest of the arcade modes for me to get through. I did eventually get all of them, but it will definitely be one of our, like, big, like, oh shit, get hype chat, we did it moments. You will also notice right now that there's healing enemies on the field. We know what that means. That means there is a cluster present. However, we have been upgraded just a little bit since the last time we had one on the field. So let's see if we can't find this orbular fuck. Never mind, he died? That's a shame. I will showcase the thing I was going to showcase another time. Oops!
Sometimes orbs just die. It happens.
I forgot that they do expire if there's no other enemies present after a while, because they're non-combatants. Well, you know what I mean. Like, they're not non-combatants, but they're not. They won't attack you. They can't attack you.
They can orb at you aggressively.
No, honestly, they can't even do that. They will run away from you.
They can orb from you aggressively.
I still don't know if I would use the qualifier aggressively, but I do appreciate the commitment.
I mean, that seemed like a pretty aggressive orbing right there.
So anyway, they're a large enemy, which means we can seize them now. And all they do, remember, is heal us. And that just works now. As long as they're on the field, we are getting that health benefit.
Thanks, Bobby.
It rules. It also showcases an opportunity to show one more photo mode thing off because their shader is weird, you guys. It's really weird. It's just like reflections of itself. The closer and farther you get away from it, it just like clusters are bizarre. I love it. I love them. We have pondered the orb. Good luck, friends, heading home from the cantina. Erevel, drive safe. Thank you for lurking as always. So naturally, seizing one in a mode like this is a big fucking deal. They won't last forever. The way seize works is the duration is effectively their health bar. They burn down over time. And I do believe in this context they will also clear after the wave ends, but I don't remember. There appears to be the hiss.png made into a texture on a sphere. Yeah, more or less. There's still a guy left. Oh, a big guy. Oh, all right, that's one of the dangerous big guys. Gotcha. It's me, but from Firebreak.
Donk.
I didn't mean to kill him. I was going to capture him. That's a shame.
Oh my god, Firebreak Tyranno's dead.
That's okay. You can call in reinforcements.
Alright, Chad.
Give me that.
I need you to help me decamp another Tyranno.
Damn. Yeah, all right. Shotgun it is. Thank you. That is what I was hoping for. By the way, chat, they're so cool. I love them. Look at this guy. We don't get a good look at this armor anywhere, and the screenshots online are kind of shitty. Strike face. I don't know why it's strike face, but you know. They're just really cool. I like them a lot. This also implies that these guys have operations where they rappel down the sides of buildings, and that's fucking awesome. What were you about to say?
I believe strike face level refers to like the level of bulletproofness of plate armor is.
Makes sense.
Also, the tether could be from going into shit like thresholds and whatnot.
They do actually outright mention that, yeah, so not an impossibility. I want two of you so bad! Like, so unreasonably bad I want two of you on the team at once. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. I just need you to get to that threshold. No, 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 no. There we go. I think he might have taken out the other one. But we do have the cool one now. Do we have both of them?
No.
Guys. No, that one's not. That dead one isn't our guy. That was the other one we killed. I think the other one is gone now. That's a shame. Wow, listen to that stomp. Oh, we found him! Neat! Good work, team. He's about to go, so we might as well grab another, and if I'm honest, we will grab, excuse me, cooldown? Oh, doesn't matter. Good work, other guy. Yeah, that's that sword swing that I was talking about. I love watching the hiss moves like used for you. I gotta do a run where I prioritize C's.
That sounds like an interesting but exhausting challenge.
Well, you say that, but like there are a lot of means to speed it up. Like remember, I'm just opting out of even keeping the skill modifiers to make it a lot more viable. Like you could hypothetically just stack 3 C's accelerators and then stack a bunch of modifiers for duration and just like fucking go for it. Like, pretty much every skill is viable. It's really nice. One of the rarest achievements is getting X amount of kills with, this ability, Shield Rush. And, like, when you're actually using it effectively, Shield Rush is really powerful. So I feel like people saw that, it's like, well, why wouldn't I just throw and shoot? But, like, the way the combat triangle works in this game, where you're constantly shifting between shooting movement and telekinetic abilities, it's actually pretty potent to just have that as an option. Because you can use it while you're wounded, and at like max setup, your energy will recover while you're guarding, which I do believe we have already. Yeah, you see? So you can use this as like a get-out-of-jail-free card. It's pretty nice.
Hello, James.
Hello, James. Thanks for joining. Who's left? Ow! You're warm. Quit it. God, if only there was a way to mitigate the charge time more effectively without sacrificing a lot of mod slots. Like, it is a thing, but the only mods I've seen for it are along the lines of, you know, like 20%, and I would much rather be getting the damage bonuses that we're stacking. Oh, never mind. We're good. I think this is the last wave. Like I said, this round runs long, and the penalty for losing sucks, because again, it's one and done death. So if we die, that's like the whole thing. Yeah, this should be the last round, I think, now that we're getting the named enemies. Actually, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Woo! I dodged that. That's interesting. It was still trying to resolve attack. All right, you can stop. Oh, there's a sniper. I thought I saw that, but I wasn't 100% sure. There we go. I would like that. Shit. Not be shooting rockets at me while I'm trying to get that cluster, please. Ow. Damn it. This one's swirly. This last round really does start throwing off damage, so I need to be careful here.
Hey, man. Probably not the best choice.
Yeah, known. I kind of figured that was going to kill. At least it's off. Doesn't matter, we got him. Remember, chat, we're in an arcade game, so we get pixels. Hope everyone's having a good evening. It is going quite well. Okay, so that is our first of several Shoom experiences taken care of. We'll hold off on doing the other one because I would like to get slightly better mods to handle it.
Realistic these days.
Love that. Maybe someday. Hey! Someday! So we're not going to do this right now, but remind me to make sure that you guys get excited for it for later. And if you just read the text that came up, no, you didn't. All right, time for the last collectible in here. Or the last main collectible. That's right there is this all as well. There we go. Door appearance. Sounds important. But let's listen to this first.
Brian Hennerman, 21 years old, resident of Southern Texas.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I really don't understand why I'm here.
You know what you did, Mr. Hennerman.
I do?
Tell me about Delivery Disaster.
The movie? I mean, it wasn't very good.
That's not what your review said, but we'll come back to that. Tell me where you got the movie from.
Movie night with a, a K, not an N, not night like nighttime, but...
Who contacted you? Who told you to review that film?
No one. I just did it because it looked obscure. I didn't even like the movie. I shouldn't have given it such a high score, but reviewing obscure films makes you look smart. And I thought if I looked smart, I would get listeners. My podcast would take off and I could move out of my parents' basement. I may even go to college and get a film degree like I've always wanted to. I swear. I swear, I swear, I swear.
I'm wishing Brian the best.
Okay, the kid doesn't know shit. I'm ending the session.
I love, there's so many good implications about that. Just across the board. But it's also nice that it's not I think one of the things that I like about this setting the most overall, for the setting as it is and how it operates, is it would be so easy to write this as it's the government organization that's just fully evil and completely black ops and wet work and bad. But in instances like this, it's no, we are trying to keep people out of harm's way. There's definitely shady stuff to it and corrupted people within it. But, like, the Bureau isn't inherently evil in any regard. They just kind of do what is required of them. So, like, in other fiction, it'd be like, well, you didn't know anything, but we're still going to kill you anyway, innocent guy. But this one is more just like, oh, okay, like, there's a thing involving an altered object or something that is implied like that. He doesn't know anything. Goodbye. Like, that's the end of the session. Like, there's nothing sinister about it. It's just there's, like, flavor where, like, they're going to do it, but...
Investigations.
Jesus.
Also, hi, Langston.
Scare me like that, Langston.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. It's a one-way system. Try to find an intercom.
Exactly.
Oh, hey, an intercom.
Yeah. Oh, man. There's so much dialogue we're about to wade through. Here, let me hit a snooze really fast because it is worth it to listen through this. It's very funny, and I don't want to waste it. Love this DLC, but you may need to pack it in here. Been up for 19 hours on 4 hours of sleep. My God. Yeah, no, definitely prioritize your rest. Don't worry about it.
Just be here tomorrow at 12 p.m.
Yes.
Pacific.
Yeah, definitely. Photo mode. I love that all these screens are, like, actually kind of readable. This one less so. But any time that, like, it's supposed to be interesting information, it is present.
Langston, it's me, Jesse.
I know. I can see you on the monitors. The cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
Wait, did you see Dr. Hartman? Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that fire break. Okay, listen, you need to find Hartman and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
He was a person. We brought him here to study after he was, altered in an AWE. I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh yeah, flare gun. Oh, Christmas lights. You could wrap them around your...
I don't have any.
I love that reference.
Shit. Okay, well, I'm sure you'll think of something. I'll keep an eye on you from the Panopticon. This is kind of exciting, right?
Maybe from where you're standing.
Right, okay. Well, break a leg. Oh, why did I say that?
Okay, this Hartman thing can't have gotten very far. Let's go flush him out.
Nope. Time to listen for a
Langston was
second.
right. This is kind of
It's
exciting.
just nice to have someone to talk to, you know? Ever since I got put in charge of the Panopticon, people treat me different, like I'm crazy for wanting to work with altered items.
We're just going to sit for a second.
People just don't understand the altered items like I do, you know? I don't want to brag, but it does take a very empathetic mind to connect with the items.
Doesn't
Still, I
want to
don't know why
brag.
people are making it so personal.
Right.
I mean, the teams in research handle paranatural materials every day, and no one thinks they're weird. Well, maybe that's not true. Darling is famous for being a bit out there, but when he's weird, it's charming. Altered items really aren't that frightening once you get to know them. If you figure out what they like or don't like, you know, what sets them off, then there's nothing to worry about. I guess at the end of the day, we're still just wild animals scared of our own shadows. We're supposed to be on the same team, but sometimes it feels like it's every department for themselves, like it's a race and we're all trying to be number one. If it is a race, though, I'd say Darling is a mile ahead of everyone else. He was Trench's golden boy for years, but that relationship has gotten pretty tense, or so I've heard through the grapevine. Not that I spread rumors.
It just keeps going.
People talk. Not me, though. I keep my nose to the grind. Too much work to do to focus on those kinds of things. I need to stay focused so I can get my work done and get home to feed Alfred.
He's
of
just
course,
gonna talk forever.
can't always
isn't
make
he?
it up from that time, so
Also,
I have my neighbor
yeah,
check in on Alfred at
absolutely.
7 o'clock
Yami, I'm
if
sorry,
not
yeah.
back yet. She's very nice.
That's
Her name
really
is
funny.
Maria. She's older. She came to New York in the 50s to attend school and has been here ever since. She has a couple of kids. I met them at Thanksgiving. Big family. Very nice people. Anyway, she has a key to my apartment, and she gives Alfred his dinner if I'm not home.
We're talking about
I'm
his
gonna
cat
have to
now,
buy
by the
her
way.
a nice fruit
Yeah.
as a thank you after this. I'm missing a lot of Alfred's meal times. She's probably gonna have to go to the store for more wet food. I'll have to remember to pay her back.
Father, the
Hold
wet
on,
food.
let me make a note. Pay back Maria for Alfred's
Father. The fancy feast. Father.
Okay. Oh, one more thing. And buy her a fruit
Father, the fruit arrangement.
arrangement. All right, done. Are you a cat person? I don't think I ever asked.
Right
You
back
seem like
into
one,
it.
though. You'd like Alfred. He's very proper. Really carries himself well, you know? I named him after my favorite
Father, I
poet.
hate
Felt like a good
janitors.
fit.
Father!
I got Alfred just before Sylvia died when I was at the... You know, I don't really remember where I got Alfred from.
Alfred
But
is altered,
boy,
confirmed.
Those two did not get along.
Alfred
oh,
killed
Oh,
Sylvia.
no. Sylvia thought she owned the place. Didn't like me getting in her way, scratched me more than once when I was just trying to move her food bowl. That cat was a real asshole.
Wow.
I'm realizing now that language was
kinda
not
harsh.
entirely, professional. You see, Sylvia didn't tolerate people.
Like, I
Or
love
animals.
how long this
Or
goes on if you
anything.
just stand here.
And that's what I meant when I said asshole. I would never
Anyway,
use the word
Jesse,
about a
we
yeah,
need to
person.
break
It's
for
just,
ads real quick.
You know,
No, I hit snooze.
Jesse, get up,
Hey, there's a
stretch,
light flashing on
hydrate,
the
do
console
what
here.
you
I
gotta
gotta,
do. We'll be back
check
in
this
3
out.
minutes, Jesse.
I'll get back to you later.
Real smooth, Langston.
Got him. I love the implication there, too, that because we know if we go back to the containment sector, he will still have those two rangers next to him, which implies both that they listened to the entire thing and that he does not consider them people that he wants to be talking to.
Well, yeah, he's heard them talk, and he wants to not engage with them.
I know, it's so funny to me. Like, I love that shit so much. It's really good. There's a hidden wall behind an elevator somewhere in this area, I believe, but I don't think it's here yet, but I am going to check those. Those will also, like, come and go as we're going through the section, but I think he always picks up at, like, dialogue checkpoints, because obviously it's a very long spiel. Fascinating. So I wanted to make sure that we just got through it all in one chunk because there's nothing else after that as far as I'm aware. He does chime back in because he's part of the story. But it's like, unless you are intentionally going out of your way to listen to the whole thing, you will like miss a lot of it. And I think the direction for it is quite good. It's very funny.
Anyway, Jesse, up next, we're going to play the top hits from the 80s, 90s, and today.
I know that this one does actually have some kind of interactable, but I can't recall exactly how to get to it. I won't worry about it right now. We will find secret areas as they come. Fascinating. Astral constructs, huh? We also got 3 skill points. I do believe that is going to go to you. Now we can control 2 at once without them getting erased. What do we got in astral constructs, though, Myth? What do you think? Could it perhaps be a new toy?
I hope so. I
Well,
love new toys.
Good news. We've got Surge. We need more confiscated motive to set it up again. Surge is one of my favorite weapons in this game. It is extraordinarily good. It's very, very, very good. It also means that we now have all of the weapons. So all of these are now officially on the table. I will grab charge maneuvers because we might as well. Executive, doesn't matter. Executive, no. Expedition objectives. Kill enemies in expeditions using Shield Rush. So that's also not applicable for what we're doing right now. It's also going to keep telling me that we can do that upgrade unless I highlight it, so we're good. That is perfect. Sorry, Shatter. I do really like Shatter a lot, but it gets overshadowed for me, like loadout-wise, by a couple others. That being said... levitation ammo efficiency, not worried about it. Shooter dodge efficiency, evade cost after weapon kills. A lot of the juggling related ones I'm just like not particularly good with, so I don't stack them in, but I feel like if you use those ones, you would be getting some crazy modifiers out of them. Damage after kills, though, is pretty nice. Yeah, why not? I haven't really used that one yet. Don't need it. Oh, actually, nope, that one I'll keep. Shield kills, reload efficiency, weapon reload on shield ability kills. So now we're getting into stuff where like you can synergize, which I think is really, really cool. These are where the mod system like really take off. Incoming damage after seizing enemy is reduced. So like this one, talking about, you know, a potential seize build earlier, Myth, makes it so that you take reduced damage right after you seize an enemy. And as far as I'm aware, all of these types of modifiers have a cooldown time, or like a warm-up time. So if I were to seize somebody and wait like right until the last moment where that buff would wear off and seize another enemy, it would immediately refresh it. So you can just kind of keep them going. There's a lot of really cool stuff you could do that way. But yeah, so now we have Surge. Unfortunately, not an electrical weapon, but what it can do. They're sticky detonators. You can set all 3 at a time if you want. What you can also do with them is set them off in midair and use them kind of like flak. So for flying enemies, you can kind of clip them. It's real nice. Right now, we don't have a modifier that's modifying the blast radius, but once we do, it's basically our flat cannon option. It's really, really good.
Already feels like a pretty beefy blast radius.
Oh, yeah. Gotta warm back up with it again, if I'm being honest. It's been a moment since I've used it. But yeah, it's really good. It's a hard weapon to beat. What makes me a good demo man? Yeah, exactly. You can do some really cool combinations with it just in general. Not the least of which I will actually try to do right now, because I haven't really gone out of my way to do it on purpose. I don't know how much is applicable in here for it, though. That's what we needed, though. Yeah, this'll work. So, the explosives don't care about being thrown. So you can set them on something with Kinesis, huck it, and then they explode on impact. So, like, you get a lot of tool capacity with this. It's really, really dope. Good timing on that rocket, thank you. They also have slight homing, if you didn't notice, which is helpful for the flak vibe, even if it's not the most helpful thing. Ooh, we got our first that. Seize reload efficiency. That's a shame, but it does mean they're on the field. I also found the elevator shaft that I wanted to find, so that's nice. It is very dark in here. I know. I think there's a light. Yeah, there it is. Movement in here is a little janky. But since we've got the new mod system unlocked, we're sort of at the point where we want to be. Like, I haven't been ignoring a lot of the crates, since a lot of them are kind of on the path if you're moving smoothly. But now, more than ever, they're, like, really helpful because we can be getting, like, good new, specifically modifiable stuff instead of just, like, slight changes. Gimme. Thank you. Something, something, Tears of the Kingdom Depths reference. I feel ya. Let's get the hell out of here. And goddammit. Okay, what modifier did I put on you? Damage after kills? Doesn't matter. We're doing you now. So anyway, you want to talk about a beefy blast radius? Yeah. Now it's real chunky. And those stack, like any of the modifiers stack, so it's quite nice. Sir! Oh. Thank you. Oops. Ow. God, I forgot they had a mate. Same. other currency type. I think we picked that up a while ago, but Shaded Facet is the other one that we can get from this area. I don't believe there are any other secret areas right here. They are a little bit closer together since naturally, instead of being spread out across the entire oldest house, they added more just in the one sector. So it's not as aggressive as it could be. But there are still always sneaky ones. Shield dodge efficiency, that's whatever. I think there's an enemy jump scare here. Huh. Right.
I love our precarious walls of fragile, easily movable physics on there.
Oh, yeah. You're right. We should be more aggressive about it. Precarious is a word for it. How we doing, chat, by the way? It's been a little bit since I've asked and checked in. I hope everybody is doing marvelously. Minami, what sushi did you get? I am very curious, because now I'm craving it. You monster.
You must resist, Tyranno.
I'm going to.
Your precious joints.
Yeah, I know. It's all good. Settled in for passing out. Oh my. I appreciate that. I have been so tired all week. So this DLC also introduces another new mechanic. Technically the other one does, but again, we're doing it in this order. Let's see what this does.
This is the director. I need backup at my location.
Backup, you say? Well, how about a deployed ranger?
Reinforcements are here.
So we can have one of our buddies at a time. If anything else, they help draw fire, but they do actually have a pretty good health modifier. Unfortunately, their it's not even their aim is bad, their gun's spread is very bad, so they have a hard time actually netting kills. But I do appreciate the fact that it's possible. I do also have the achievement for letting rangers get X amount. My main goal is to summon a buddy and then keep him alive. The last time I played, I had one of them consistently survive through the entire boss fight of this DLC, which is wild, because that boss fight is fucking hard. I mean, you guys remember, we did it last year. Get away from my servers. We can have a whole fire team. Get back here. I need to add you to the group. Oh, I was going to pick up that... why did I almost call it a fire extinguisher? Forklift. I was going to pick up that forklift. No, absolutely not. Oh, you... Oh, yeah. See, his cover AI is pretty solid. Absolutely not. Jesus. I thought that movement behind me was a fucking distorted spawning. Caught me just a little bit off guard. There is... I want to say something else hidden in here? I mean, there's this. Oh, I remember what it is.
Wait, Minami, it was called Ocean's 12, but it only had 11 pieces of sushi?
And then you left a 1-star review for the restaurant, right? Don't actually do that. I would never do that over that kind of thing.
Minami, that's not copyright. Ocean's 12 is the sequel to Ocean's 11.
Yeah,
the
there's also
Ocean's 13.
Yep, I was just about to say there is an Ocean's 13. Restaurant is phenomenal. Ooh, handmade lemonades is very nice.
I think there was like an Ocean's 8.
Yes. Huh. Nothing up here? You'd think this would at least have a crate. Fascinating. Getting some goodies. Brain missing.
Brain missing. Well, we gotta read that.
Yeah, we can read that one right now. Why not? That's probably under correspondence. Case inquiry, Cauldron Lake update. We just got to remember these. Resignation letter, official warning. That one's also very good. Interrogation complaint. Oh yeah, that one's also really good. Staffing issue. These are. Oh, it's dead letters. Oh yeah, dead letters are always good. To the good-for-nothings at the security check, I know you took a part of my brain when you put me through that metal detector. I'm not stupid. I know what they're really for. What I don't know is whether taking a part of my brain causes me to lose my memories or to lose sleep. I've been told if you lose sleep, you lose everything else, too. That's where you trick us regular people. Now I don't know which it is, and I can't remember what you did to me. But I can tell you this much. I don't find this funny at all. I want my memories back, and you can be sure that the next time I visit the Baltimore-Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport, I will come find you and I will make you fix what you broke. Sincerely, I don't think I will be signing this with my real name. Like I said, I'm not stupid. You can just mind your own business. Is that what you expected from Brain Missing?
No, but I deeply appreciate it.
Yeah, Dead Letters is a great collection.
All right, Ahti. Was this what you had in mind?
Yeah, we got to make sure that we're up on the jobs here, because having to backtrack for them isn't the worst, but it's not ideal. Plus, the darkness makes a scary noise, and I don't like it. There's that third one. It's always sets to 3. There you are. Just kind of on the golden path. That's that. Okay, so this spot is always just a little bit annoying. Oh, actually, wow, that's exactly how I want that choice. That was really lucky. I didn't want to lose both of those lights, just this one. That open. Then back this way is the light. I don't... God, these corridors, man. Like... I'm not afraid to admit, I'm not a huge fan of the dark. So, like, a lot of these sections, like, put me really on edge. But it's, like, very effective. Like... It's clearly on purpose. Like, there aren't any other sections of the game that are this consistently dark. It is, the nickname for AWE, the DLC name for this, is, it's supposed to be Altered World Event, but it also sort of soft doubles as Alan Wake Experience, because it's giving you, like, kind of a vertical slice of what Alan Wake is sort of like, just, you know, with monumentally powerful psychic abilities. So the fact that they really do leverage it, like, oh yeah, no, like we could do that in Northlight. Why would we not do that in Northlight? That sounds fucking amazing. Let's fucking do that. And like just give you a whole chunk of a new Alan Wake game basically is lovely. I love Remedy. They're good at everything they do. These ones aren't part of Ahti's job. They are specifically for progression. It's just the sound of the final shape. Wrong series. Oh, don't you worry. I know what you're referencing, and I want nothing to do with it, so it's okay. Down we go. Shit. So it is also here that you find out, first of all, absolutely fucking not. I knew it was right here. What was I just saying? I got, jump scared. Not jump scared, because I knew they were going to be in that shaft, but it still bothers me.
My brain got completely rewired, so,
Yeah, same. So, remember how annoying it's been to clear out these mold spores?
Yeah.
Not with Surge, it ain't. Sarge is just broadly very nice and helpful. I also think there might be a crate in here. Maybe? It's okay if there's not. There it is. Anyway, Remedy's good. That's the overall. That's the vibe. Okay, this puzzle always takes me a little while. What we need to be doing is following these wires.
Did the Hartman thing do all this?
What I want to know is why Hartman is, I'm not going to say the word, but doing that. Like, doing that thing that he's doing that we know the term for, but no.
Be hungry.
First one is that, and then where's the red? A lot of the bloom in here can kind of wash the colors out, which I think is fine. It's like sort of part of the puzzle experience.
I think it's that one that you're standing on.
Oh, yes. Thank you. So we can just progress through here on Golden Path. We don't have to do this, but since we are doing kind of the expanded version of all of these puzzles and like collecting everything that we can, we are going to be opening all these gates. I believe there is at least one other item that we want, and we can't get everything until we start freeing these additional power cores. So we have the 1 and the 2. So now we need the 3. Which door is 3? Thank you. Yeah, you're the 3, so that's the oranges. Those are the blues. You're an orange. Kind of getting lost in the blue here again. Which means now we can do the 4, which is the blue, which is kind of the easiest of them. Yeah. Then you and you're not a power core. That. Pop that open. Grab you. What happened to the people when the darkness and the hiss try to force their way in at the same time? That's an interesting thought. I do kind of like the idea that because Hartman is the one that like carried the darkness in, it could be that. It would definitely raise the question of like why Hartman is the only one that becomes the third thing. But you could also argue it's because he started as a much more stable version of the darkness just in general. Or as a Taken is technically the name. And the yellow. So. And. There we go. All right, that's that room.
Reminder. The law of 3 also applies to all faucets within the oldest house. Be mindful and don't cause any aquatic misconduct. Thank you for your attention.
Goodness, we've started to sink in viewers, I think because it is becoming closer to the end of the stream. We will probably go a little bit long tonight, but I do have a lot of stuff that I need to be taken care of in prep for tomorrow, but also I'm going to sneak in a little bit of OT at work. But I do want to play this more, so we're not going to end just yet, even though we're getting kind of close. I'm trying to remember. I got to make sure that I'm being on the ball about all of our secret areas. That being said, we are coming to our first big extra set piece of this area, the Eagle Limited AWE investigation sector.
Nice. Love me a big door.
Love me a train.
Love me the font treatment.
Oh, yeah.
Tank beats everything.
Oh, Hartman. Are you anywhere visible
Puppy.
right now? Because sometimes he does actually show up like that. Abilities, that's just one. Yeah, we're good. Let's try to speed run through this before the next ad break.
Lots of dark corners to hide in. Okay, let's get the lights on and clear him out.
Oh, panicking. Yep, nope, none of that, please. Oh,
hi, friend.
There we are. Okay. That was almost an absolute disaster. For some reason, I was thinking of the other version of this objective, and the layout of that room is different. So that was almost real bad. Phew. Oh my god! That was deeply unfortunate timing on their explosive. That sucked, actually. That really sucked, actually. Bloody Screen will clear out, I think, after a moment, but I think this might be considered entirely a combat encounter. So we might actually be in trouble. Myth, while I'm navigating this, do you want to read what Chad is saying about their deboning theory?
I don't. Okay. Let me see.
You also
Maybe
got a
that's what happens to people when Darkness and Hiss try to force their way in at the same time. I mean, he started infected by one, then the other jumped on. Trying to do both of them at once caused the horrible death.
Yeah.
Question mark?
That's possible. I mean, yeah, it's nice that it's open for interpretation for sure, because like it's always going to be the scariest when you're like putting it together yourself instead of just being told explicitly. Speaking of, now he's lurking, which boy, I love when he does that. Anyway, let's turn the lights on.
I think he was just hungry and wanted a nibble.
Well, he definitely got one. I got my shit rocked in here.
Where's it running off to now?
Elsewhere. All right, so we're not going to do primary sub-quest related stuff right now, because Dead in its Tracks is what we are going to be doing next, at least as far as, like, bigger things are concerned. But I am going to peek around and grab some other collectibles first just while we are in this room. So I want to say there's at least one other before we leave. I know there was the item in there, but I always safety check these rooms because I kind of always forget the order that I get things in overall, and it can be a little on the tricky side to keep track of. Okay, we're good. So it is just where we're going next, and that subquest. That works. Let's pop over here. Oh, wait, I changed my mind. Let's pop down here. Okay, this is not the one I was thinking of. Oh.
Hop, I've changed my mind again.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a little bit of inconsistency and movement going on.
It's just RNG manipulation, it's fine.
Precisely. We got more reading. Eagle Limited Supplement. We got the ad break klaxon. Shooter dodge efficiency. That's all good. Which means we're basically ready to tee this up. We're not going to do it until after we get back from the ad break. Which means we will be doing some reading. Also, I love the fully legible like warning signs on everything. I want to say there was like one other kind of snuck around in here. Also gonna do one more quick peek before that time runs out. If I can get the correct height. There it is.
Man, I want to see a mashup between Control and Lendo.
That would be very cool. All right, everybody get up, stretch, hydrate, do what you got to do. We will be back in 3 minutes. I am going to use this opportunity. Shit, I didn't want to fall down there. I'm going to use this opportunity to burn this darkness out so that we're not just wasting time wandering. You will not miss any actual narrative stuff, and probably no reading this time either. There's two. I'm trying to remember where the third one is in here. You're stuck with you anyway. You never leave. I'm glad, Minami, because you weren't here earlier. How is it going? Going good? I'm glad. God damn it, I did not mean to fall down again. Where is our third darkness? I don't remember them. Being super separated. I knew there was some other sneaky stuff, though. These rooms can all be very cavernous, you know, unsurprisingly. I know that there's a flight ceiling there, so it shouldn't be much higher up.
Good night, Yami.
Good night, Yami. Thank you for hanging out. 6-hour drive up here, so that was your day. Yeah, I feel ya. Like, difficulty doesn't really... difficulty need not apply when you're talking about exhaustion from long drives, for sure. I know exactly what you mean there. Where is our last darkness? Not underneath. No, it's not out that way.
Does it have an audio cue?
It does. It's kind of getting washed out a little bit because of like my telekinesis audio.
Oh, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. I thought I just heard it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's above you.
Because there's also just general ambience, but we will do this without the light. It's driving me nuts. We're already back from the ad break, and I still haven't found the third one.
Maybe check the opposite wall. It sounded like there was something. No, but there's like nothing over here.
So I know it's not in here.
Nah, it's too bright in here.
Yeah, exactly. Sprint. Just do a little run. Because they also should be particularly far apart, if I'm remembering right. Okay, yeah, it's over here. I thought so. Yeah, there you are. I knew there was something else over here. Okay, where's the closest light? Probably the one that I dropped. There's not one in here, is there? No, it's not a grabbable one. Man! Alright, that's fine. I'm just going to run back over here. Also, welcome back from ads, chat. We will do that in a moment. Then there's actually something I will need to look up. It's one of the only things in the game I don't have memorized. I know what I need to do, just not specifics. It's kind of like the one thing I'm going to cheat, I guess. When you see what it is, I think we'll all be on the same page about, like, cheat is a strong, incorrect word for what we'll be doing. Last one is in the service ducts, and I think that's on the other half of the area. We are going to check out the Eagle Limited. Charmander and Ticketing Plush is about their 4-hour mark. Oh, yeah, I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see if I can do this in one shot.
Next stops, Alton,
Nope, already fucked it
Carlinville,
up.
and Springfield. That's Alton.
I don't know if there's a
That
quicker
was
way to reset it, but...
Chaotic. Felt like it was trying to tell me something.
Oh my, yes.
I wonder if I can make sense of it.
It might be kind of...
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome
that's
aboard
boarding.
the Eagle Limited bound for Chicago. Please have your tickets ready and enjoy the ride.
This is a wide-ass train.
Well, it's also a train that doesn't have any corporeal space, for what it's worth.
Fair. Oh, that statement's good.
It does.
Next stops, Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. That's Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. Tickets, please. Tickets.
I think that's right. Then...
Good evening, all you fine-looking folks. Here's some smooth tunes to ease your minds and please your ears as we wait for that delicious dinner to roll right on in.
Jazz, it's jazz. Scooby-Doo, it's jazz. Honestly, that's not too far off from what I had for dinner.
I love you, gentle SFX of food being eaten.
Well, time for less gentle. Before I completely fuck this up for myself, let me just make sure. Cool, we're good. Did I get that right? I'm pretty sure I got that right. As unfortunate as getting that right is. Cool, yeah, we're good.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have a ticket?
You
You'll
had
notice
a
we
pretty
just got a
dark
weapon
ride,
mod.
huh? But I hope you're done replaying it now.
The fact that they, like, add in Jesse's, like, sympathy, especially to, like, things with, like, damaged pasts, is, like, really nice. So you will remember that we did the TV quest to get Eternal Fire, throwing all 6 of those tube TVs into the furnace. But the DLC adds that for everything, which means now Shatter has one-way track projectile spread -100 exclusive to Shatter. These get very good, like remarkably powerful, because now anytime we get projectile choke, we can just trash these. We don't need them anymore. Recoil is still helpful, but we are obviously going to prioritize projectiles fired because that is technically more bullets to do damage with. And now we also have the damage modifier on that. So we're locked in with the named one here. I will say up front that unfortunately Surge does not have one. The way these were released, there was one planned, but because they added the DLC weapon in this, I don't know if it was a balancing thing or what, but they didn't add one for it. So we'll never have a complete set, which drives me crazy. It is still in the game data. I don't remember off the top of my head what it does. But yeah, so like that's where that's at. So if you, as we go through, we'll be getting all those. If we miss that, like I don't want anybody to be like, oh, but you know, why didn't you get the last one? There just isn't a last one, unfortunately. Choke can be gone. Honestly, I'm not worried about recoil. Good God, we've got a lot of these. Evade cost, evade cost, evade. Okay, cool. Doesn't matter. And these are, again, unique, so if for whatever reason we took them off and deleted them, we could never get it again in the save file. It would just be gone. You can't replay those missions or, secret quests to get them, because some of them are tied to stuff that's big and obvious, like getting on board the train just then, but others are pretty hidden, and that's the next one that we're going to be getting. Ground slam, damage after weapon hit, doesn't matter. Ammo cost per shot. Wouldn't be terrible with one-way track, but we're not going to worry about that for right now. Yeah, since we have it, let's use it. That'll be fun. Let me check something really quick, because this is where I gotta cheese a little bit. I'm going to pull this up on my phone. We're going to open Google. We're going to just do a quick search. It's a very... very easy thing to find when you know exactly what you're looking for, because it's one of the harder puzzles in the game. I actually am not 1000% sure precisely how to solve it. So give me just a sec. Yeah, the article title for this one. Vexed players for months. Yeah, it did. Bear with me. Ah, man, it's so good. Let me do a little bit of reading here really fast to like guide us through it a little better, because I think that'll make it more interesting.
How you doing, Chad?
Oh, man! Yeah, I would have never figured this out organically. I cannot wait to explain what we're about to do. I'm really glad that I read up on this, because it's fucking wild. Yeah, okay. It's so fucking nuts. Okay, so that works. Yep, that makes sense. Yep, that makes sense. Fucking ads. Everything has ads. I just need to make sure. Cool. Okay, there we go. That's what I needed. I just needed to scroll down far enough to find it. Cool. We are progressing. Sorry, I wanted to do that on the ad break, but I also wanted to finish the darkness thing on the ad break and couldn't find the darkness on the ad break. Hello, friend. I am going to need you to join me over here. And grab that. Shaded specimen. Right, so secret areas. Whoops. That wasn't even the right wall for that. I did myself a fuck by accident. Let's wait for that to recover, because this critical health should recover, because we're not technically considered in combat.
I can't believe you've got jam all over your screen.
I know. Boy, that's actually real annoying, because now I can't use that to do what we're doing right now. That crate isn't worth dying over, so we're just going to go way up so that that can't touch us. And then we're going to go way down. Chat, you remember what these mean. It's a picture of a passageway.
Yeah.
And that means that it's a false wall. You will notice, however, that we're not getting the secret prompt yet, despite the fact that we feel like we're in kind of a impressive area, important area.
We're also noticing that your critical health is not yet recovered.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to, which is going to make this upcoming part pretty fucking annoying, but it's fine. There we go. Okay,
there we go.
I was still being considered too close to the astral spike. Yeah, it'll only get you out of their critical range when you're away. Okay, so you'd think that this would be where the secret trigger would fire, because like this is like a tucked away room, right?
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, let's
oh, damn it.
check one other thing really fast. I do want to see if this is what I think it is, and we can always toggle out of it if we need to. So under audio, we're going to turn that off. This song sounds familiar.
Yeah.
You know, Ashtray Maze. It's weird. That is actually considered copyrighted. I'm glad I turned that off. That's not what I meant to do. Options, audio. I will turn this off again just to make sure that it doesn't actually get triggered. We have not critical health anymore. However, I am still going to play this very, very safe. So 1, 2, 3. Now let's leave. Proper demolitions procedure because, hey, there's an unmarked secret wall. These are rare. And again, I'd say something relatively secret and ominous feeling.
Yeah. It's vaguely man-shaped silhouette back there when you first break through.
Man-shaped, you know, is certainly one way to interpret it. I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything in here while we're still here. I don't think I am. So we are going to do this. Mags, what is the yeah for? If it's for this, save it. We got the secret puzzle. Or secret location, rather. You know, it's a clock. It's for the music? Okay, that's what I thought. How do you think we solve this?
Okay.
I will give you guesses. I will tell you you won't get it. But I do want to hear what you think.
My first initial thought is more rule of 3 bullshit, and thus you should stop it on the 3, which is 3 identical shapes. But that's way too simple and not really associated with this clock, so I don't think that's accurate.
Okay. Do you want to take any other guesses, or do you want me to just start going for it?
I think just go for it.
Okay. So I'll, just in general, stop the time. You know, nothing. So that's fine. Let's do the actual thing.
Wait, is it changing what's behind this clock at each hour mark?
That's an interesting thought.
Because it's like perfectly framing the camera to like block that wall.
Interesting thought. Okay, I do need to start this over if I look away. Good to know. Just keep guessing. 1.
Okay, some sort of combination lock that's going to open
7.
up the wall, maybe. 1, 7.
Chat, you can get in on this too unless you know the solution. I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm not going to say anything else until it finishes. 7.
I'm trying to think what relevant number that might be. Fuck, I haven't been
6.
Paying attention to numbers. 17716.
No, why would you pay attention to numbers?
Is this like a meta puzzle that
4.
people were expected to like really dig into to solve as a community?
Maybe.
Okay, fuck you.
9.
I feel like this can't be like a reference to the release date. None of those numbers match up.
7. We did it! We solved the puzzle.
Floor open.
Yeah. What do you think's down there?
Darkness.
Oh.
Oh, probably Bongo Bongo.
Makes sense. Let's go find out. I mean, it looks friendly.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm going to go ahead and not have explosives at critical health. You hate it? Oh, it's fine. This room looks fine. So once we're done in here, I will explain what the solution was. Like I said, I would have never gotten it organically. It wouldn't happen. But it's amazing, and I love that it is what it is. I mean, like, just truly incredible.
Konami says, I sadly do not have the points for Bongo, or else I would have Bongo.
I did read that. I appreciate the thought. Oh, God. That was actually a jump scare? Fuck you. Didn't hear you. Didn't see you. I knew there was another guy, but, like, don't do that. I'll fucking get you. I'm just making sure. I don't... there's anything else, like, particularly secretive that I'm forgetting in here. Like, we got the secret. We got the secret area. I wonder if this qualifies. Oh my God, it does! I didn't know they could spawn in here. Really lucky that that actually happened. Shit. No! Got him. Oh. I'm really glad that that ended up happening again so that we could showcase it to anybody who missed it before, because that is all RNG. There was no way that was going to happen. That's a miracle. In fact, technically it could happen twice. Oh my God! I mean, I cannot tell you how unlikely that actually is. At all. At all. That's astronomical. Alright, so let's, I guess, clear out some inventory space because we just got... it's just launch efficiency and dodge efficiency. No! We got shit from it! Okay, that's
it was pretty shitty at prop hunt, so you kicked its ass.
That's, I mean, truly incredible. Anyway. 1, a 2, a 3. Okay, you know what? We're going to risk it. Because we can't go through every instance of this without hearing how weird the audio is in here. Oh, does it not have a radio? Is this like the only one that doesn't have one? Actually amazing. Oh, appropriately, yes it does. And we just immediately have the key here. And we got the named personal mod. Which again, sort of an unexpected one. Not normally a thing that we would get. It is quite good. Health recovery on evade. Plus 50. So now, we are capable of just healing when we dodge. It's really powerful. And I mean, like, really, really powerful. So...
yeah, that sounds pretty fucking good.
Let's go over this, because how is there something that strong? And why are all of these radios playing specifically this song? I want to see if maybe we're close enough here. I don't think we are, and I don't want to wait too long. Okay. Unfortunately, no. So we are going to have to just kind of not worry about it.
Valhalla Nursing Home, founded in 2014 for Odin and Tor Anderson for their twilight years.
A short one. I will turn that back off just to be safe. So options, audio. I wish I didn't have to. The song choices are always so good. All right. Collectibles. Hotline.
The
A short
Valhalla
snippet,
Nursing Home.
but a long clip.
Founded in 2014 for Odin and Tor Anderson of the Old Gods of Asgard fame for their twilight years. Built after the Return Comeback tour, flip-flopped to be their farewell tour. Cut short, canceled, to the chagrin of their agent Barry Wheeler. Wheeler had managed to coax a couple of hit songs out of them before that. Balance Slays the Demon, a couple of others. 3 massive stadium-sized gigs. The old men rocked like they were possessed by the devil. Like their namesakes. The backstage parties got out of hand. The air was thick with smoke. Wheeler squinted. His migraine flared. Booze and drugs. A rock and roll cliche. They ran off after every gig. Wheeler had security track them down to the craziest after parties. The Andersons were so old. Vampires. Princes of fucking darkness. After every gig and the rampaging party that followed, it took them weeks to bounce back. And they never did completely. Each time Wheeler expected them to croak. It was that bad. After the 3rd gig, Wheeler couldn't take it anymore. Couldn't stomach the idea of another client dropping dead on him. Wheeler canceled. Called it off. It was over. After the Old Gods comeback tour was canceled, Wheeler set up a foundation with the money from the record sales of the Greatest Hits album and the gigs. A lot of money. Wheeler was good at his job. Wheeler set up the nursing home facility. The old men deserved it.
That's nice. Just gonna make sure I get to the right part for reading here for just a moment, because why'd they just tell us about that in this room with all the radios playing that song? So again, this puzzle confused people forever. Not because of this puzzle, but because of the song. There are several reversed lyrics in it, if you remember, when you're listening through it. If you invert it so that the lyrics become normal, in their drunken, fevered state, seeing double profoundly, the pyramid in the stolen file becomes a spruce tree. The diamond will tell you where. 1-19-7-1-18-4-9-19. Landing on the polar star and rushing on to the red room, you find the cord to take you to a secret rendezvous. So they put the reversed lyrics in that song for a puzzle in the DLC that was not out yet.
That's great.
It fucking rules. And it was like the hardest thing for people to figure out, because why would you even look for it? Like, who would do that? But people inverted the lyrics right away. So the DLC wasn't out yet. So we got notes about stuff like the polar star and the red room, and the numbers aren't even inverted. They're just in the song that way. So people are like, what the what is it? What does that mean? What does that mean? And then the DLC comes out, you get, the Telegraph secret room with the portrait. But there's one of the only in the entire game secret rooms that's behind a wall that isn't hinted, and it leads to that puzzle. It's incredible. Like, they didn't have to do any of that. And it's for an optional upgrade that's, like, really powerful. But, like, not so much so that it, like, snaps the game or makes it so that, like, you desperately need it. It's just really cool once you find it, especially for, like, end game content. Like, that's the good shit. Yeah.
Could you imagine if the DLC got canceled and the community was just left with this orphaned clue?
I mean, that kind of thing has happened in other games before, so yes.
What does it mean? That's basically all of Stop and Swap.
Yes. Yeah, no, exactly stuff like that. That was one of the examples I was thinking of, but, like, zoning out on.
Have you, like, heard what the full extent of what Stop and Swap was actually supposed to be?
I know I have in the past, but I can't remember any of it. So if you want to go over it, like, please feel free.
So, like, the Cliff Notes version is, like, every game Rare was going to put out would have, like, a Stop and Swap feature. So, like, you would like do a chain going from Banjo to the next game, to the next game, to the next game, each one having some new hidden thing to unlock. Like there's stuff left over in Donkey Kong 64 from Stop and Flop that you just can't access.
That sounds right. I do recognize that. Okay.
Like, it's neat as fuck, but it's like, no, we can't actually do this.
Yeah. But it's another thing. I mean, like Mag says, I respect the hustle. Like, that's one of those things where it's like, it's feature creep, but in like a way that's like, that could have happened. They could have done it.
It could have. It was just like the two problems where Nintendo said, absolutely not. You cannot do this hardware feature thing. We don't want to encourage that.
Yeah.
And also the other Rare devs being like, I don't know what the fuck to put in here. Why are you guys making us do this? Damn it,
Cowards.
Banjo team.
Uninspired cowards. Anyway, we're fighting more cosmic horror. This time in a way where we are basically required to be turning the lights out on ourselves. It's a really good puzzle fight. Will you get the fuck out of here? So we're doing this. Ow! God damn it. To lower that. Move these. To then dodge. No, 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 no. Out we go. No, I'm not gonna get shot to death by you. Not after that. Absolutely fucking not.
Sounds like you should be doing some dashes.
I tried. I got hung up on his spindly ass legs. There we go. Oops. Bumped my desk. Oh boy, I'd really like it if some normal encounters wandered their asses in here right now, because this is not going to clear up on its own this time.
Can you not dash to heal right now?
Oh, right! We did unlock that.
Like, that's what I was...
Yeah, no, I thought you were just talking about the general invasion. If I'm honest, that was one of the last things I did in my actual playthrough. Because, like, I found that clock. I didn't know what the fuck to do with it. I even tried brute forcing it. It's just like, well, this isn't going to happen. No. God damn it, this is such a tense one. This is one of the harder Hartman encounters for sure. Because it also like really doesn't mess around. It's gonna make me go to the farthest one last. And that doesn't even like make me safe, because then I still technically have to like get through other combat and stuff like that. So if you take too much damage without our magic feet. It's also midair. I did genuinely forget that part. No, no, no! Oh, I was wrong. It is over this way. Oops. Let's just fast travel to prevent him from doing that attack. Because like I said, he doesn't just teleport when it's dark. He gets like new moves. And they're strong and bad. I always forget that I can just do this. So we're gonna yank and fly and throw and dash. Oh my god, all right.
Okay, now where's the switch?
Right here.
Oh, damn it!
Son of a bitch! There's a crate down there that we can't get, so we're not going to, unfortunately. Actually, oh, we'll try. That being said, okay, yes, this is where I want to be for that. Put you down gently. let's do this in a way that is smart, because I will have to reload otherwise, and I don't want to fuck us over. So let me here. Open that. Open this fast travel point. That's not where I thought I was. My mistake. Let me go to the closer one like a smart person. That is this way. Here. Tap that. Pop back in here. Better I can use this. Actually, no, probably not.
I just slammed my head through this jagged glass.
That's fine. We got psychic powers. Okay, I will explain why this is dangerous in just a moment. Okay, cool. Grab this. Not ultra important. Seize reload efficiency. Didn't even matter. Make sure I don't smash that. So this is another instance of an area where you get the, ground slam, right? You see the indicator. You used to be able to do that straight up. And then it broke the first DLC, the one that we're doing second. So they removed that without remembering that they put just a couple optional hidden areas behind spots where you would need to use that to exit. So without bringing that box down there, our levitate height is not high enough to leave. So like naturally you could just like revert to a save or like an auto save. There is an option to do that. It's just like, it's annoying because it takes you to the last control point you used. And if you didn't use one close by, then that becomes a whole thing. So it's good to be aware of. But it's just for a normal crate, so it really didn't matter. Okay, the thing I'm thinking of is in the other version of this room. So we beat Hartman in that area. We're done with this section. And we're almost a half an hour over, so I do feel like this is a good time to bookend it because we've got normal progress. I will, at the very least, bring us back to where we need to be. I'm just deciding. Nope. That's it. Oh, God! I thought you were under me, you piece of shit jump scare monster. Where did you go? You have chosen death.
Hello!
Where the fuck?
Come to spin, yeah?
Where did it... That's the one we already did. Where did you go?
Around and around!
Just for that. When I do find you.
Tyranno is choosing violence.
Just a little bit. Yes. Thank you. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Man, it's gonna just be like difficult to even get back up. Oh no. Where'd you go? Hello?
Jesse, casually levitating 3 entire forklifts. I just want to talk, smile.
Oh, yeah. Wow, I've never seen one run away this aggressively before.
Yeah, I think he just gave you a spook and fucked off.
Genuinely might have. It's just not normally what they do. Like, sincerely, they stick around pretty aggressively. But the other... Oh, hold on. I've never maneuvered this many... No! I've never maneuvered this many forklifts around. I always accidentally blow one up before I get an opportunity to use 3.
I'm wondering if that hallway's a loading zone, and so by coming back in here, you unloaded him?
Nah, it's possible. I don't think encounters resolve that way just by passing through a single loading zone. No. Come here. It's not impossible. I think I might... I think what it is I think it should have spawned, like, downstairs, like, down in the tunnel. I've never seen a main encounter. Ah, I tried to drop him. Oh, well, that's fine. We at least got to throw 3 forklifts. Where's the closest? Still back that way? Also active investigations. Oh, right, we are actually, like, in a transit hub right now. Okay. Yeah, that works. Yeah, we'll cut off here. This is a really good bookend, and I'm glad we got to go on a little forklift adventure in the meantime. That is going to do it for us this evening, chat. This was super fun. I am really glad we've gotten to dig into the DLC. I will also do a audit to make sure that I'm not missing any of the secret areas, because, again, those are actually required for the completion that I'm going for this. It isn't just an arbitrary metric. I want to make sure that saves. I'm also going to quit because this is just going to minimize out of the game anyway as soon as I click out, so I will play us some tunes. And why not? I'll go back to the desk. Fuck it. We haven't done that in a little while. Let me see if there is anybody raidable this evening. I don't know if anybody else is streaming at the moment. Yes! As per usual, it is Friday. That means there is also nice vibes going on appropriately. We are listening to some Battle Network music because we are going to be raiding Rainbow Tech VT. That is Aura and Alloy, our friendly, recurring Mobian pals from over on their channel. They are currently playing more Core Keeper co-op, so it is the both of them. I will cue that raid up right now. Myth, what are we doing tomorrow?
Yes. Tomorrow on this channel, right here.
Here, not
12
Myths.
p.m. Pacific. Here. We're going to be doing Clash on Koholint 2026, our yearly event where Shamrock and I run through Link's Awakening and Tyranno MCs. It'll be a ton of fun.
There is also going to be...
has goodies.
Yes, there is going to be actual tech. You will not want to miss it. It will be a thing that you can actually receive. Like, you will get it for your accounts. So, like, sincerely don't miss out. Even if you just stop in for a little while. I will explain it more when we're actually doing it because it's exciting new toys. But yeah, like, you know, don't miss out because it will be time limited. It is only for this event. So it's actually kind of exclusive. You don't want to miss it. I'm not going to say the rest of it because I'm tired and I have a bunch of stuff to do to prepare for tomorrow and also OT for work. So Myth, say your jam.
It is Krover.
Everybody have a thunderful evening. Take it easy. We will see you back here tomorrow for the special event.